Hello, everyone. Welcome to this quarantine edition of the Gameoverse podcast. I am quarantined with wasabi ice cream. He's right next to me.
Living in isolation. I got my toilet paper, got my toothpaste.
I got too much toilet paper.
Too much toilet paper? Do you got the good shit though?
Rolls.
You got the 3-ply?
I got the 3-ply. I got baby wipes. I got all what you need.
That's all you need then. You don't need any food. You don't need any vitamins. Just toilet paper.
I'm not a moron. I got those. It was Monday, man. I went shopping Monday. I took my little hand cart like an old lady because I don't have a car like a normal human does.
Makes sense.
So I went to Walmart before the apocalypse broke out. You know, I picked up some stuff, picked up my cheese, picked up some groceries,
Nice.
Came home.
Butter? Butter is in short supply right now.
I got so much butter.
Okay.
I got butter to last eternity.
Is butter really in short supply too?
Out here it is.
People love their
Christ, man.
People love our butter. People love their butter, man. I love my butter. I got me some Eggo waffles. I got me some Capri Sun. I got me water. I got me my Chips Ahoy. The only thing I didn't get was a fucking case of beer and a vape pen.
No, those are luxuries.
You're right. We don't need those. Also in this bunker with me and Wasabi. We're all this together. Thinking about the good times when we used to go out and have fun before WrestleMania got canceled. Rick, tell me, how are you doing on this day?
Very carefully. My wife just got back into town from her trip to Alaska, and she touched down in Seattle for a little bit. So, that's a thing.
What? What's she doing out there at the land of God and deadly?
I could have
Deadliest
sworn I
Catch.
told you guys this. She was there visiting her sister.
Her sister lives in Deadliest Catch?
Yeah.
Is she on a boat?
I think it's like a houseboat.
Dead or alive?
But no, she just got back from her trip in Alaska. She had a layover in Seattle, so now she's freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
Well, 2 weeks, you'll know.
Yeah,
2 weeks?
It sucks because we were looking to try so we can get a test taken just in case, and no one. One, there's not enough tests to go around, and two, the places that do have tests won't register. Yeah, they won't administer it unless she's already showing symptoms. And even then they recommend not to come in because there's so many sick people. If you go in without the coronavirus, you're probably leaving with it.
Oh my God!
Fantastic.
A medical professional told us that, and we're
Fantastic.
okay then.
Oh my God!
That's the thing is that you're not you can have it and not be symptomatic for up to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But you can still have it and be contagious in those 2 weeks too.
Exactly, and it sucks because the tests are so hard to get a hold of that everyone's going to the hospital. So like the doctor said, if you go in without it, you're probably going to leave with it because of how many infected people.
Yeah, well, I'm just living life business as usual, so.
Not me. Business is not usual. I'm literally going to be a couch potato playing video games for everyone. I'm gonna be Darkside Phil for 2 months. For 2 weeks,
good.
I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna do 2-hour pre-streams going, hello everyone. Snort.
That's a life though.
Welcome.
You got it good.
2 games for you. Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing.
Are your supermarkets so they started diverting people. They started lining people up and going directing traffic as hey, if you're here for dog food, get in this line. If you're here for this shit, get in this line.
So insane. No, luckily my corner store, I'm sorry to dox these people, they have toilet paper and stuff, so I've been getting stuff from there.
Okay, that's smart. Yeah, get it from the side places, not the
if shit goes sideways, I can always get it from that corner store because at least it seems they got your Sensibles chips, not the vape pen, but I need, I got hot dogs and
You fucking living that vape life?
macaroni. Dude, man, if I had money, I would have bought me the biggest rig and some fucking those oils, man. I would these days, man. I would crank that shit up to 80 with wattage of 80 and just fucking go to town. Like, oh, this is bad.
The supermarket by my place isn't quite doing that yet, but they are limiting the supplies you can buy. So anything deemed like emergency supplies like water, cleaning stuff, that's all limited to like one per customer.
Some dude got stabbed over a case of water.
The
shit,
news?
Really?
Yeah.
Like by your place?
I don't know if it was out here or like someone walked in to work the other day. It was like, yeah, some dude just got stabbed over some water. I was like, oh, there you go.
I don't know if you need that much toilet paper.
No, you don't.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why you would need that much toilet paper.
Toilet paper is a luxury too.
People are just like freaking out, man. When people hear that that people are being quarantined, people panic by toilet paper. When people see them doing it, they panic by toilet paper. It's
just one of those things. It's like, have you ever played a survival game?
Yeah, toilet paper's not even fucking on the list, man. It's like snacks and water and food.
It's water, radiated food,
bandages, like
batteries.
Shit's fucked right now, man. Like,
you would think people would rush to buy batteries. No, of course not.
Ammo.
Nope.
Ammo's up.
Water.
Ammo's definitely up. They're buying some ammo.
Yeah.
There's this lady at the Fries by my place. She was buying like a fucking cart full of dog food. Just all the wet food. She was just grabbing it, shoving it in her cart. She walked out with a literal cart filled with cans of dog food.
Speaking of weirdness, my mom keeps buying me milk.
Milk too. Yeah, milk's another one. Like,
I don't understand this.
You're buying 20 jugs of milk. That shit's gonna expire within like the first week.
Yeah, you gotta drink that shit now.
Yeah.
Or unless you're having a cereal party, do you have cereal to go with that milk?
Yeah, cereal was all off the shelves. Milk was gone. I'm like, what the fuck are people doing?
I stockpiled cereal, so I'm good on that. I got cereal for years.
I got some stuff in my freezer, so I'm fine.
I got Frankenberry, I got Blueberry, I got all that shit. You need some Blueberry? I got me Jolly Rancher cereal, which I was going to do something for, but that's for another time.
I know that's what's happening in America today.
We're all gonna whatever.
Everyone's freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
I'm just worried because like everyone else is worried.
I'm worried too.
I'm only worried because everyone else is worried, and I'm scared what like everyone else is gonna do because they're scared.
Well, at least you guys have jobs and things to do. Me, I don't have anywhere to go.
I don't even know like how long I'm gonna have it because right now there's news about The Office that we might not be. Well, I work for an insurance company, which is considered like a valuable commodity. I can't remember what the term is. Basically, it's a necessary job, so we're not going to be closing, but I might be working from home.
Oh, okay.
For the next couple of weeks. There's some talk about it, but nothing's official yet.
Well, for me, how I base my life, it's just I don't go to work, and now I'm like, oh, great. I can now work on that great backlog and for 2 weeks. Can't wait to drink Monster and sit here all day.
One of my coworkers actually got quarantined. He went
great.
He went on a cruise for his honeymoon.
How dare him?
And the company was like, yeah, that cruise was like international cruise, so you had to stay home for like another 2 weeks. He gets back from vacation just for them to tell him to take another vacation.
Boy.
Luckily, they paid him for it, so that was good.
This does not feel like vacation. This feels like being grounded for sucking a guy's dick. Oh wait, sorry.
What the hell?
Speaking from experience.
Wrong analogy. Sorry,
I don't know who's grounding you.
I don't think that fits here.
Grounding you.
It's like your mom it's like you being caught with your girlfriend fucking on the couch, and you're like, well, that's what this feels like. 2 weeks of nothing.
I didn't know you liked work so much.
I don't. When you're a creature of habit, you go to work, you come home, you do home stuff, and then you're like, guess what? You don't have that. You're like, great.
Honestly, I would not mind if like I got quarantined. Give me some time to work on my backlog.
The only thing I wish that this would make it better if Rainbow Six Quarantine came out with it. But no, they don't live in
Real
that
talk, I'm surprised like no one's capitalizing on this now. Like Steam's not running some sales right now, or
you would think
something.
quarantine
You would
sales.
think. Yeah.
No, there is. I mean, people aren't like capitalizing on it, but they're like, "Hey guys, we're ramping up our servers, so you know, if you guys are in quarantine, you need something to play. We're ready for it."
Speaking of servers, fucking Nintendo's servers are down right now.
You can't handle it.
It's fucking ridiculous. I was on last night trying to check out the eShop to see what was on sale, and it kept crashing.
You know,
and this morning I wake up to find out that like the eShop's down, Switch Online is down.
Ooh,
like,
you know what was on sale? Right, you know you need to buy for 5 cents the Saboteur.
It's on sale. The Saboteur is on sale for 5 cents.
5 cents. I picked it up for absolutely zero with my Nintendo points. I'm like, that sounds stupid.
The Saboteur on Switch, really?
I didn't even know it was on Switch.
FedEx Spectrum game. Saboteur 2. It's the FedEx Spectrum game. Like 5 cents for this Spectrum game? Sounds good.
I was thinking of like a different game.
Before we move on, how many emails did you get of saying that, hi, in death of the coronavirus, we're wiping everything down, we're making things good for you, everyone's wearing rubber gloves, it's gonna be okay.
God, everywhere, dude. Every single company I've ever given my email address to is messaging me, telling me not to worry about the coronavirus. They're taking
GameStop, my gas company just said, hi, I guess we're doing stuff.
Yeah, dude,
they didn't tell me.
like,
they didn't say
grocery stores, gas companies.
But also, they didn't say hi. We're not shutting anything off. You're welcome.
Dude, everything. Gas companies, electric companies, fucking movie theaters.
Electric companies said, "Hey, if you don't pay us by May, it's okay. It's okay. We won't shut off your electric." Like, how nice of you.
Well, did you guys get any catching up on that backlog during your quarantines?
No, I'm starting it now.
I'm not really by backlog. I kind of suck. I have a backlog I don't go back to. But the new Diablo season started a couple days ago, so I'm playing through that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so that's a rabbit hole I'm going to be in for a couple months.
Uh-oh.
I like to make the joke that I don't stop playing Diablo. I take breaks from it.
Uh-oh.
And when I play it again, I obsess over it for like months.
So did you do the ultimate your character dies, you go with it and you cry every night?
Oh, fuck that. I am not doing hardcore mode. I'm not
hardcore cry in the corner mode.
Yeah, I'm not that hardcore. Like, that sounds so frustrating to me. I could never do that.
I had a friend that literally he swore by it. He was like, I swear by hardcore mode, and I'm gonna get to 500 Paragon and do this shit. And it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get this gem, and then he went off the rails because he thought that that Blizzard was being racist or some shit. Like, okay.
What? That's a weird.
Of course they are.
This was before the whole Blitzchung thing.
Oh yeah.
He's like, they hate black people. Well, like, I don't think so.
But no, that's the rabbit hole I'm in. Plus, like, Resident Evil 2 was on sale on Fanatical. So I bought that today. So I'm going to be playing that for a while. I played it on PS4 a little bit, but, you know, that was on PS4. And this version I got is on PC, so I can play it the way God intended.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if I have days, I'm going to try to beat a game a day.
There you go.
Great, isn't it? You're like, wait, how is that? I'll start slow with the new Wolfenstein Youngblood female edition.
You can probably finish that in like a sitting.
Good.
It's not that long.
Good. People.
It's not that long. There's a lot of padding though.
Yeah.
Good. They'll enjoy that. And I'm playing it on the rickety fucking Xbox One that can't run Ori and the Blind Forest 2.
Oh, you're telling me that. You're saying Ori and the Blind Forest 2 like chugs on Xbox One.
You have a PC and a 2060.
Wait. I'm getting to that.
I'm just saying. I'm
getting to it.
Play that shit with the Xbox. It has RTX support on PC.
Is it really, Ori?
No, Wolfenstein. Where they added it in.
Ori still. I was like, how the fuck does Ori have RTX support?
See that?
Yeah, dude, that Ori has ray tracing, don't you know?
That looks amazing. Ori ray tracing sounds amazing.
How's Ori?
It's fantastic. I fucking love it. Except for Benry's pissing me off every day, so I banned him.
How the fuck?
For 14 days.
Never mind. 14, just long enough for him to contract the virus.
Yes. I quarantined him for 14 days. If I have to be here for 14 days, he can't be here either. So this game has animations that are so fucking cute. I lose my mind.
Are we talking about Ori or Wolfenstein?
Yes. No, not those. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I mean, Ori's cuter, or whatever it is. Like, the animation in that game is jaw-dropping. Just the way it just looks at it. It's like Ori emotes. It's like, I don't know what the fuck, but it gets me sometimes with that music, man.
Yeah, dude, the game looks really pretty. I was impressed with just the trailers alone had me like, fuck. I need to pick this game up.
There's a scene like at the beginning of the game where Ori's with well, I'm just gonna call her. I don't fucking care. Whatever it is, it could be a guy. Oh, I fucking care. She's just sitting there, with her foot on the pond. Is like, oh my god, this is great. Just chilling with Owl Dude, and then Owl Dude went away, and then the adventure starts.
See, that's cool. I need to pick that game up. It's on my list.
Oh, it's so good. The thing I like about this one is, it's your Metrovania style. They have like side quests you can do now.
Okay.
And upgrades, so you can go get upgrades for your weapons. No more that ball thing that just shoots shit.
Yeah.
Remember the ball thing in the last game that just.
You just hold the button and it just homes in on enemies?
Yeah, and it just kills. None of that anymore. You have to actually hit people.
Okay.
You have you have weapons. You have a mallet, like a sledgehammer. That's cool. And they're all upgradable. So the game's like deep.
So there's more emphasis on like combat?
Yeah. You can upgrade to a triple jump. That's cool. Like, yeah, triple jump. So you can get to places higher. Because I'm pretty good at platforming. I can get to places before they, like, oh, this can be easier if you do this. I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna get up there because I'm gonna get up there. So if you hit the pixel right, you can get up there. It's like, yeah, I got this room before you got this room. Yeah, fuck you.
God, I need to pick that game up. I've been in the mood for like a good Metroidvania for a while.
Yeah, it's good. It combines Mega Man X style jumping and gliding, all that stuff. Is great. Yeah,
that's really cool.
And the world.
I'm gonna pick it up next. When I have time, I'll play it.
I'm almost done. I have to kill the frog and then wake my Owl Dude up friend, and then we go home.
God, how's so weird out of context?
I heard things about the performance.
It's bad.
Oh, okay.
Also on PC, bad. It
really?
Crashed a few times.
Really? On PC too? Shit.
There was a time where it just chugged to like 2 frames.
God, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it crashed 2 times. On Xbox, I wouldn't play it on Xbox. I just booted it up to see what it looked like. And I'm like, oh, oh, I shouldn't play this. It was that bad. Like, oh, this is bad.
It's weird. Do they like know what's causing that? Because it's not a very demanding game.
You would think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's just and I had 2 lockups. Like the game would just lock.
Jesus, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it would just lock up. Just like, hi, I'm just gonna lock here. Just be great.
Jesus Christ.
Are you playing the Steam version or the
I'm playing
Xbox?
the games for Windows. I'm playing the Xbox games for Windows. No,
Yeah.
games for Windows. The Game Pass version of that game. I would definitely pick up the Steam version of that.
Well, just wondering if like the Steam version is different than.
And I've heard they're all in sync together. Like they get the same patches at the same time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't think it's a different version. I think they're all the same across the board. But do not play this game on Xbox.
Weird.
I'll keep that in mind.
That's another one of those games where it's like, why does it perform like this and look like not that? Like Zelda Link's Awakening was like another one that was like, why is it like run like this when it looks like this?
Why is there random frame dips when it looks like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would think they would have it's really 3D looking down, but you would think you would have 3D looking down right run at a certain whatever.
Yeah,
I
think so, but I don't know. Maybe there's some issue with like optimization or something we don't know about. But yeah, it is hard to believe that a game could look like that and still not run perfectly.
One last thing I want to say about Ori and the Wisp that they don't tell you about.
Yeah.
It is not straightforward. Get Castlevania, go through the thing, and then there's paths to everything. And I didn't know that until like 9 hours in. Like, oh, I have to go back to this place. Oh, I have to go do this. I have to go do that. And if you're not, you'll be confused a few times trying to figure out what to do next. So it's not like, hi, break this, do this. You have to figure out how to get up to things and if you're not as skilled as a platformer person, if you're a Dark Souls motherfucker, you're probably gonna die.
If you're not as skilled as Raven, you never figure it out.
Everyone thinks Dark Souls is the epitome of hard shit. They're wrong. It's the platformers that always carried the day.
Wow, you sound like a real elitist right there.
Fine. Me elitist. Fine.
I'm just fucking around.
I'm just saying,
I don't know. A platform is a different kind of difficulty than typically in a platformer you can just keep retrying over and over. Yes. It's like not a lot of penalty for just missing a jump.
Well, that one is, but I like a good penalty.
A game like Dark Souls makes you just fucking. It's like, oh, you died, go all the way back and redo everything you just did.
But you can get your soul, so that game's whatever.
I mean, it depends on the platformer. Like, people forget that, like, nowadays platformers have a much better system for retrying, but, back in the NES days, you had, like, X amount of lives. Once you lost them, you're starting the whole fucking game over again.
Yeah, and I'm sure their hardcore mode has X amount of lives, too, but, they have new abilities like the drill, but they really, that game, sometimes controls can get confusing. Sometimes you have to use your bash instead of drill, and that can be hard.
Yeah.
So just remember that, drill's on one side, bash is on the other. And sometimes you just miss both. But, once you get it down, oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, I bet.
It makes me sad that I just want to just speed through these levels. Because or like if they do a DLC pack of just speeding through a level as quickly as possible, I want that.
Are you saying you're trying to speed run that game?
Oh, you could definitely speed run that game. It's incredible. Can't wait to see those people at Awesome Games done mildly to it. It'll be great.
Did you play anything else?
No. It starts with F and ends with night. No.
Oh, fun.
I'm still playing Devil May Cry occasionally, but with the new Diablo.
Here we
series, I'm
go.
over it.
Devil May Cry hour. All right.
Just saying, Devil May Cry 3 is really good. It's only $20. I've already dumped. To give you an idea how much I like this game, I bought Astral Chain like within the same week, and I've dumped like maybe an hour into Astral Chain and like 50 hours of Devil May Cry. So,
Was Astral
That's a lot of
Train
content for 20 yet.
Astral Train, was that the thing that like the expansion came out?
No.
And they were like, oh, 97% of it is like reused content.
No.
That wasn't Astral Chain?
Astral Chain.
Or was that Code Vein, I think? Code Vein, I think.
Astral Chain is to police they have chains they chain themselves and they went nuts and your father it was the summer of fatherlessness.
it's pretty dope, dude. Astral Chain is like, if I could describe it, like Bayonetta crossed with like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and you got the idea.
I kind of want that game on PC now.
It's pretty dope. I like it, but
no more Switch.
If we're talking like pure action games, I think DMC3 is just a little bit better, man. Just
but no more. There. That game should not be on Switch. No more Switch. Get it on PC.
Yeah,
Platinum, you're your own man now. You're now all grown up, going out in the world, making self-published games. Go do it.
Email the devs and.
Devil May Cry's good. Go pick it up. Also, new Diablo season just started, so that's a fun thing to get into if you're obsessed with Diablo like I am.
What's new with Diablo?
So every new season, they introduce some weird like gimmick. So with a season, you make a season character, you start the game over again, and there's goals to meet in that season. So like get to X level, kill X enemy at X difficulty in X amount of time. And as you start to complete these goals, you can unlock bonuses like cosmetic items, new profile picture, stuff like that. But the coolest thing is that every season they have a new gimmick introduced that completely changes how the game works. So, like last season, had a gimmick where if you were killing a bunch of enemies, you could build up a kill multiplier. You can cause crazy shit to happen to extend that multiplier even further. This season, they changed how one of the loot systems work. So you can arrange your gear a little bit differently, and that opens up a whole new options to how you want to make your build. But what makes this season really important is that they introduced new armor sets for certain classes, especially the Witch Doctor, the Wizard, and I think the Barbarian each got brand new armor sets with brand new abilities.
Okay.
So the whole community is going crazy trying to figure out the best way to optimize these and be included. And I'm having a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. Most people are playing those three classes. I played with some friends when the season started, and we were all playing as Witch Doctors and Wizards until we can try out these new sets. And it's pretty dope. I don't make it sound too interesting, but it's a game you've been playing for as long as I have. Anytime they introduce some new content that changes the metagame, it's really fun to get into and see what
you should check out Path of Exile.
Everyone keeps telling me that, dude. It's on my list.
You need to.
It's on my list, dude. Like I'm not a huge action RPG fan, but I recently became one with Diablo. So after I played Diablo, I picked up Torchlight and Grim Dawn. Even though Grim Dawn, I'll admit, is like arguably the better game, quote unquote. Diablo just scratches this itch that I can't describe, and I keep going back to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Path of Exile is like the best one out of all of them, in my opinion.
What I like about Diablo is that it takes out some of the bullshit that comes with RPGs. So I'm not allocating stat points every level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Instead, it's just I level up, my stats go up to a predetermined amount, and I get a new ability.
Yeah.
And once I hit level 70,
that's one of the things I like about
allocating the stat points. It's really cool.
Like you talked about finding the best way to optimize the Witch Doctor. Like that's Path of Exile, but for every character, every time you play. Like it's, hey, how am I gonna go about? Because you have an entire skill tree and you can go about it. It's almost like Final Fantasy X, the sphere grid.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's just that, but for every character, and you can go
Oh
any
my-
way you want and just build
Does
it.
every character have like a different skill tree?
No, every character has the same exact one, but you start in a different place.
Ah, okay, that's fucking cool. I'm into it. Grim
So
Dawn's the same way because Grim Dawn lets you multi-class.
yeah,
So
yeah. So you
you
can
can have a character who can do all kinds of crazy shit, and on top of that, you could find there's a whole other like skill tree you can build into with certain collectibles. It's insane. I love games that like give me all of these different bars and trees and stuff to fill up. I just like seeing those numbers go up, dude, and I think that's what I like about Diablo because it simplifies a lot of it. So you see to focus on like what gear you're wearing and what stats are in it, and that's it.
yeah.
But it's a fucking blast. And yeah, but yeah, that's it, dude. Pick up Diablo if you have Diablo 3 already, which you should. It's not that expensive anymore. The new season just started. Go check it out. If you don't have Diablo 3, fucking go pick it up. It's not that expensive and it's a fun game to get into.
I can't play Diablo 3 on PS4. I have a character that's Paragon 534.
Why can't you play on PS4? What's wrong?
I ran into a hacked dungeon and now I'm at Paragon 1000.
What's wrong with that?
I don't want to have a character that's Paragon 1000. It's a hacked server, you know. It was like playing on stream, like, oh good, I hit 1,000 Paragon. Sounds great. Well, like what?
Is that like how in like Borderlands 2, you just like someone just drops a gun on the ground? It's like, oh yeah, it's got 13 advances on it, and so you pick it up and it's like, well, keeping this.
Yes, exactly that.
I don't feel bad. I mean, it's harder to cheat on PC because the servers are always online. So like they shut down like hacked items really quick, but on console it's really easy to get away with the hacked equipment, hacked characters.
Yeah.
But
But
go pick up Diablo 3. It's good. I love it. It's one of my favorite games, and I find myself going back to it every couple months with the new season.
I loaded up. So it took me like, I don't know, an entire day to like clear out my hard drive and download this fucking Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh yeah, I heard. It's a huge download, right? Like 80
And then
gigs?
when you finish downloading it, you launch the game. You have to install the fucking shaders, or else the game just
my
like
God.
stutters. So like you can't do it in the background. You have to have the game open and active, just running, and then install these fucking shaders.
God, that's frustrating as shit, dude.
So it took me fucking forever to at least like to finish. And then like I finally got in the game, and it's like it's good. Like it's not it has problems. I'll say that, at least for me. Like to pick shit up, you have to hold the button. You can't just like run up to it and just tap. Yeah, give me that. You have to hold. You have to stand there and hold the button every time you want to pick something up.
I heard it's got some problems, but all in all, it's a pretty solid like battle royale, like a good.
It's solid. It doesn't like feel
like Apex and Fortnite.
I don't think I like the first person, which is weird because I like Apex and that's first person, but Call of Duty just has like, it feels like it has a lot more weight to it.
It does.
It just doesn't feel as good as Apex. Like it's a lot slower, it's a lot weightier, and then you gotta fucking hold the goddamn button every time you want to pick something up. No, go on.
It's because people like boots on the ground. They don't like to jump a lot. They just want to be grounded.
Who likes that though? Like once, like I feel like
Call of Duty people.
Advanced Warfare was the best Call of Duty game for.
I absolutely agree. The movement, the speed, the
Yeah.
the thrust up back. You know, the way you can kill people. It was incredible, and people are like, we hate this.
I think it's because people want like a simpler game, which is frustrating because I love first-person shooters that give you this extra little dimension with like platforming or other skills. Like I think Bulletstorm is probably one of the best first-person shooters out there.
Yeah,
and it's because it gives you so many like different play options. It's insane.
I just went through that. I think it was election night, whenever that was, when people were going crazy, and I played all through that. on a site that I'm not going to mention, but that was fun.
Yeah, like
Frustrating.
Warzone's, I don't know, it's good. I only got a couple rounds in, and then like it forces you to team up with people. I think they just added a solo mode, but when it first launched, you could only go in with like 3 people, and then no one talks. No one, like, the tagging system is just antiquated. It just doesn't feel like you have a connection to the people that you're there with. Like, it does a thing where there's like a team leader, but no one, everyone's just does their own fucking thing. Like, no one, like, the thing about Apex is it assigns a team leader and you all jump together, you're all connected, and then you can tag shit and it calls everything out. Call of Duty doesn't do any of that. Yeah, I don't know. So like the first couple rounds I had is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna jump here, I'm gonna jump here, and I'm gonna go over here, and then fuck you all. Yeah, it wasn't. And then like, so when you die, it gives you a chance to come back by it sends you into the gulag, where it's like a prison, and like it's a one-on-one fight. It's just you and one other guy, and you fight to see, and whoever wins gets a chance to gets their life back.
Weird.
That's actually like super cool and creative. I can dig that.
Yeah, I expect Fortnite to steal that pretty soon.
I
But
110% expect
and then,
Fortnite to be stealing that.
everyone who's dead is like they can just sit on the outskirts and watch uh, until it's their turn to fight.
I dig it.
It's pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yep.
How's the fight played out? Is it like a random gun in the middle and you got to reach for
No,
it?
you both start with a pistol, and
yep.
it's just like there's just like walls and corridors in the middle. So you kind of have to like look for each other.
Fortnite's gonna steal that in squads, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm into it. That sounds fucking cool. I want to download that now and try it.
I haven't downloaded. I need to do that.
My brother's been playing it like crazy and he won't shut up about it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cross-platform. So like my first round was it was me on PC with an Xbox player and a PlayStation player. So it's it's cool. You can open all the doors, and I don't know. There's a lot of systems that game has that I feel like doesn't translate to the way you have to play that game, because it's 150 players, so the map is fucking huge, and you're just, I don't know. It's just I think I prefer PUBG still. Like, even though I don't play it as much, PUBG just had a good balance between the weaponry and the vehicles and the size of the map and the pace at which it's played. It's third person, so I don't know. It's there's a balance. I feel like it's not being hit, and then it has it feels like a mobile game, to be honest, because
Really?
the way they present everything, like their battle pass is like, oh yeah,
Every
welcome.
second.
Yeah, every second there's a pop up that you can't skip. You have to wait like 10 seconds and then you can skip it. Like, they just throw shit in your face. It's like, hey, you can get the battle pass and wait 10 seconds so you can skip the screen.
Hey, you would if you get the battle pass, we'll give you this character for whatever. And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, so they definitely know what they're doing. But
Now, I play Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty a lot. You know what they added to the updated Battle Royale?
what's that?
A little known feature called input lag.
Oh shit, really?
Yes, the game now has
bad?
input lag on PS4, which is crazy.
Well, one more reason to play it on PC, I guess.
Yeah.
Even worse reason to play it on PC, because isn't that the land of input lag?
I've never had input lag issues on any game I played on PC.
Yeah.
The only time it's a problem is if like I'm playing an older game with like a really outdated like VSync option, and it fucking warns you ahead of time like, hey, the VSync fucking sucks, so prepare for some input lag.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever had an issue with input lag on any game I've ever played on PC at least.
Yeah, I was going for the akimbo perk on my some of the guns so I can just have it, and trying to line up my shot was fucking ridiculous. But after that gun, I had like one of his hand cannons, like just literally just shooting head dead. After that thing was upgraded, you could shoot people like almost across the map. It was great. That thing's like a mini cannon.
But yeah, that's it. Then I play a lot of DJ Max. That game's finally released, so
Yeah, yeah. Tell us more about that game. 'Cause I know you got the biggest boner for that game.
well, there's not a lot to say about it. It's a Korean rhythm game, and it's the best one available right now, in my opinion. So they just released officially released. So you can get they added the online modes. The ladder match is the competitive mode that actually like tracks your rank and shit. And there's people on there that have like I've never been able to like perfectly play the songs. I never like cared about that. But there's people on there just inhuman, just fucking. They just never miss a note. They're perfect timing and just fucking inhuman. So when you go up against it, it tries to. You have to do a series of like placement matches to like get your rank, and then you actually play against like other humans. But yeah, I don't know. That's not a lot to say about that game. It's just a favorite of mine. It's available now.
It's there. Sounds good.
Yeah, I want to do a quick look at that actually at some point.
You should. You should.
You should. Let me know when you do it. I'll hop in with you. And you can tell me
We should do one on Ori.
miscreant layman about why this game's so good and why I should go buy it.
We should do one Ori in the Blind Forest too.
Maybe I'll do one on Devil May Cry.
Yeah, shit's coming out now, so
I mean, Animal Crossing Goes to Hell's coming too as well.
yeah. So especially in these quarantine times.
Exactly.
Yes, these quarantine times of staying in and hoping.
Moving on with the quarantine situation.
Yeah,
We got some new consoles coming out, man. The Xbox One X or the new One X series finally had some specs released.
Yeah, now they showed their whole this. Okay. I have a computer that is 8 cores, I think 3 gigs, turbo clock to 4.8. This seems like a beast.
Yeah.
They demonstrated Minecraft with ray tracing, Gears 5 with new ray trace global illumination. Gears 5,
which is impressive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the specs are cool, but they don't have a price point set for it yet, right?
no.
Yeah, especially when they're talking about like, so the internal storage is going to be a terabyte of NVMe SSD, which like that's about $100 right there, like 100 to 200 just for the storage. Like this thing is packing some serious heat.
Yeah.
Is this not a Navi processor Zen 2?
The Navi on the graphics, I think, is Navi.
See, that's the thing that's insane. Like most, how can I explain this? Most console players, are console players specifically because it's a lower barrier of entry than PC gaming. They don't have to worry about if their shit's gonna run on it or how well it's gonna run on it. So if they drop this like Xbox One X machine, which I'm estimating just based on what I'm seeing here, and I'm being generous, like $600-$700, right? Like anyone else thinking that? That's what I'm feeling.
Put your tinfoil hat. I feel like if these consoles are 600, they would. Microsoft already has a payment plan like a phone. You know how people don't buy $1,200 phones; they have a payment plan. So I'm not saying they're going to do that, but they you know, I'm sure Microsoft's going to take a loss on it. It'll come in at
That's what I was thinking. Is like they can sell the console itself at a lower price and make it up for people in the services they offer.
Right.
So like Game Pass and xCloud, and
they're gonna do what they always do: take a loss, because a lot of times these consoles, they they're like, oh, this is a $700 box, we're gonna sell it for $500.
Yeah,
we're gonna take a loss on it,
and they really don't care if you buy that box because they can sell you their games elsewhere.
Right. The PS3 was at loss, and the that kind of stuff.
True. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens, but I feel like if the barrier of entry is too high, it's going to turn some people off of it.
For now, I don't think people are going to be turned off like completely. With it, we live in back in those prices when it was the Xbox One was $500 and the PS4 was $400, which is $100 cheaper. It's just the question is, I honestly think the sweet spot's $400.
Yeah.
I honestly think that myself, 300's the new low point. The Switch came out 300 and people were happy about that.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, like I said, the barrier of entry is too high. It might turn some people off.
But what we didn't put on that dock was it's 16 gigs of GDDR6 RAM.
Yeah.
That fast shit. So all this is just all fast.
Yeah, everything about it is optimized for speed. So they're even selling a external hard drive. So it's like I put in the thing expansion pack like N64, yes. But it's more than that because it's actually for hard drives, and it's basically just an additional terabyte of SSD storage that acts the same way as the internal storage. So it's just.
But the problem is Microsoft loves doing this shit. I know Sony's probably going to do the same thing too, but Microsoft loves just gouging people on hard drives.
Yeah, but they will allow you to use your own external hard drive. But the problem with that is it's not going to be, they can't.
As fast.
Right, they can't guarantee you the speeds that you're going to have to need. So they said like you're not going to be able to play games off of your own USB hard drive because it's just not going to be as fast enough.
Yeah, the bandwidth for USB 3.
Or you'll be able to play. You won't be able to play Series X games, but anything before that you can play on an external hard drive.
I think that's a fair trade-off.
Yeah, like that's fair because this thing is optimized for the speeds that you're going to get with what they guarantee you're going to have in that system.
I guess my problem with the Xbox Series X is now that we live in a world where Ori runs like complete garbage, and this game and the PC world, where you can play your PC games on Xbox games on PC. It's like I still don't understand what the angle is for this thing.
I think it's just for people who don't or scared of PCs for some reason.
You shouldn't be scared of PCs. You should embrace it like a warm cup of cocoa on a very cold day.
But they're saying that the clock speeds that you're getting out of the console is gonna be static. It's not gonna fluctuate at all. Like with a PC, you'll get a CPU that's like rated for 3.8, but then it'll turbo up to 4.2, and like it'll fluctuate.
It's not going to turbo clock itself. They're going to
no turbo. It's either 3.6 or 3.8, and developers can choose what they want to optimize for. So.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be static. Everyone's going to have the same experience, no matter what. No matter what the temperature is, no matter what, it's going to stay at the same clock speeds. So.
Like I said, I have an 8-core processor in my machine here, so it's really something to behold to see. But it's just interesting that the last ones have 8 cores and this one has 8 cores, but these are different cores.
Yeah, it's much faster.
these are more faster optimized 8 cores. Like when they feel like, hey, this Xbox and this PS4 have an 8-core processor. We're like, yeah, but they're shitty 8-core processor, cores.
Yeah.
It just seemed low.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
like I said, man. Time's gonna tell, like how the market takes to it, how well the average consumer is gonna decide, like
also,
how well it does. Really.
Also, we're under Corona launch right now. The economy's gonna take a fucking dive.
Oh, it already did. Trump already issued like $1.5 trillion to bail it out, and it wasn't even like a blip.
Which just like that, snap of the fingers. Hi, you want $1.5 trillion? There you go. Mulvaney, get on it.
And it didn't fucking really do anything. It kept it from stagnating, but it was a small bump, and it went right back.
I'm not going to get into politics, but this is his worst night. This is his worst scenario.
Yeah, those of you outside of the U.S., it's pretty shitty here. I can't imagine what it's like in fucking Italy, where there's like an actual quarantine being issued. People can't leave their houses.
Yeah, in Italy, and those people know things.
There's some areas in the States here where it's like, hey, there's a curfew. If you get caught outside the curfew, you get fined and shit.
Nevada's like that right now.
Yeah.
Actually, not all of Nevada, just Las Vegas, I think.
Yeah. Some of the more, populated cities.
Which is, I mean, I wouldn't mind it so much if I didn't still have to fucking work. If I could get the time off work, I wouldn't mind it as much. Just stay at home, vegetate, catch up on my games and some TV. I would not have a problem with that. God knows I need a staycation, but that's not what's happening. Speaking of coronavirus, all your favorite things are being canceled or postponed.
Like WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Nobody cares about WrestleMania.
I care about WrestleMania. Now, let me get the floor. Move out of the way. Go sit in the corner. It's the YouTube people. They were giddy about WrestleMania. The wrestling YouTube motherfuckers out there were happy WrestleMania was canceled.
Why?
I want you to sink. I don't know. They're like, WrestleMania might get canceled. Vince is mad. WrestleMania might get canceled. Vince is pissed. Oh, Triple H got downgraded to bitch. And it's like, no.
I don't know. I'm not a wrestling fan, so all this is like fucking to me.
WrestleMania might get canceled. And it's like AEW bound. It's like, what is going on? This is not a win for AEW, you pieces of shit. It's not even a win for me.
Not just that, but like, God, E3 got officially canceled too.
It was like they were rooting for WrestleMania to be canceled. Like, is WrestleMania going to get canceled? Is WrestleMania going to get canceled? Yeah, I hope it gets canceled. It's going to be great. It's like, who are you people?
What's with the WrestleMania beef? Like, I don't understand.
I don't. Well, I get excited for WrestleMania, and now it's going to be in a fucking no empty arena. No, it's the atmosphere of it. It's the whole thing about, the grandest stage of them all. You don't watch WrestleMania. It's the awe of it. Now it's going to be, what the fuck?
Oh, I see. So, like, they're still going to host it, but they're not going to have it, like, live with an audience.
No audience. I've watched SmackDown. It's odd without an audience. I watch Raw. It's odd without an audience. I'm, like, scared now. It's and these people are like, yeah, WrestleMania get canceled. Well, like, can you go away? Go away.
I don't know. I never understood the reason for hating someone else's like hobbies and interests.
No, this is not even hate. It's like if Xbox had their X1 event and PlayStation had their experience, and someone said, "I hope the PlayStation experience gets canceled." That'd be great. But they also like PlayStation as well. And they watch it just as much, and they're like, Raw sucks. You should watch AEW. And it's like, hey, dumbass, there's no AEW either.
I think your analogy confused me even more. I was trying to get it until you brought that analogy in. I'm sorry, Raven.
It's just people. It's like people rooting for E3 being canceled, and then they go like, I can't believe it. E3 got canceled. I was gonna go and drink bourbon.
Do people
Like
drink bourbon at E3? Is that an E3 thing?
No. But every day was a new, like, WrestleMania might get canceled. WrestleMania might get canceled. Tampa Bay is thinking about canceling WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to get canceled. Oh, Vince McMahon's really pissed off. Like, WrestleMania might get canceled. Oh, man, WrestleMania might get canceled. Oh, WrestleMania might be postponed. WrestleMania. And they were literally every hour, every day was like, any day now, WrestleMania might get canceled. And then it happened. It's like, I'm like, great. You guys are assholes.
Dude, everything's getting canceled. March Madness, WrestleMania, E3. I'm just waiting for Comic-Con to get officially canceled, and some concerts I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for those to get canceled officially, too.
What I feel like the first thing that does go on would just be blacked. Would be packed. Just fuck. But whenever I come back or whatever I do, it's just I hate pro wrestling. I really do. I hate all of the people. I hate Walt Culture Wrestling. I hate everyone in it.
You love it.
I can't just watch wrestling and not enjoy it. Now I have to be insulted and not enjoy it. Great.
You love it.
I don't love wrestling. I fucking hate everyone in it. All right.
I never got into wrestling as a kid. I was always like a UFC fan when I was growing up. I was one of those elitist kids who was like, why do you like wrestling? It's not even real. Now that I'm older, I'm like, that's a stupid fucking thing to say.
I liked it as a kid, but at some point, like, just the charm wore off. Like,
right.
The characters just weren't as good.
They're not.
Like, there was like a blur between, like, is this a character or is this like the real guy? Like, I don't know.
I'm just saying. Let's get to the dark horse, or of our Corona watch, because now we're living in it. E3 is canceled.
Yep, officially.
Canceled.
Which I'm not surprised with. It's been rumored for so long, and Devolver Digital was like referencing it for a while too. So I'm not surprised it got canceled.
And this was what, hours before the last show when we went on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last week that it's probably going to happen, and it did. It did happen.
I don't know how to feel about that, about WrestleMania being canceled. I'm at E3, sorry.
Jesus, man.
I'm at E3. Absolutely. It's just one of those things like, how do you cancel E3?
I mean, let's be realistic here. Like, E3 isn't what it used to be. So I think it getting canceled might like push developers into thinking like, hey, we don't need E3 to show off our shit.
I feel like they were going to cancel it. This was like really easy. Like, oh, coronavirus, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it was like, yeah.
They weren't doing too hot anyway. So I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision, but
oh no,
they were like,
think it was as hard as most people think it was, though.
Yeah, like and they're saying like, hey, we're gonna come back next year even bigger and harder.
No,
yeah, I don't know about that, but we'll see.
You're not coming back. Yeah, I'm at E3, got canceled.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The WrestleMania of video games.
I know. I can't. Now what are wrestling fans going to do? Watch nothing. It's like, I don't get wrestling people. They would rather watch nothing than go like, oh man, WrestleMania got canceled. I'm so sad. And they're like, yay, fuck you.
Well, not just that, but like movies and stuff are getting postponed. The new Fast and the Furious movie got pushed back a year.
With John Cena.
Got pushed back a year.
With John Cena.
No, like it's a scary situation that these things that people look towards to like help distract themselves from the shitty things going on are all being postponed and canceled.
I just want to say this one thing.
Yeah.
We live in a world of distractions. We play video games and all that stuff, and that feels like the only thing we can do on, just play games.
Yeah.
Like that feels like this is the only thing that's like kind of stable and watch TV. When this can't go on forever. No. And when for 2 weeks, okay. People want their sports back. Like it's one of those things. It's like people would go like, oh my God, I just want to watch basketball. And when you have all eyes on, I'm not saying on one thing, you're kind of gonna notice things once those distractions start going away.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing. That these distractions people look towards like are gone.
Right.
You know, gaming hasn't been affected too much. A couple live events were postponed or canceled, but you know, some of the major hitters are still coming out. Doom's still coming out on schedule. Animal Crossing still coming out on schedule. But it is scary to think that like there's some concerts I'm looking forward to that I'm like, fuck, those probably aren't going to happen now.
Yeah. It's just one of those things you look at and I'm like, I can't go to work. Can't go to concerts, and it's going to be the kind of thing where you look at, a lot of distractions, and when you have less distractions, you're going to start to notice things.
Yeah.
It's even like something that I don't see because I don't have any kids, but a lot of people with kids are like, have to explain to their kids like why we're not going to school today, why can't I hang out with my friends, or
yeah,
I
can't imagine that.
I don't think the kids care about the school part.
No, but it's like a big part of their day, or it's a
Right.
big part of their lives where you're going to school every day and you're seeing your friends. And
yeah, like some kids are gonna look at it like cool, no school, but other kids are gonna be like, hey, that's weird, no school.
Yeah.
But it's also, if you're gonna see this as like a school thing of like, oh good, work got canceled, I'm like, oh great. It's not like I have schoolwork to do or something else to do. They're not going to give me a Chromebook for work and go, hi, learn steak.
I hear ya. It's a scary situation to be in, man. That's why, like, I'm glad we have gaming to kind of fall back on.
It's one of those things. I'm not to be when I'm in that kind of thing where I'm like, I'm gonna play 19 hours of whatever. I'm not going because I was gonna do that anyway if I have time. But it's like, oh, now I have nothing else to do.
No, I hear ya.
Great. So yeah, E3. Sorry for this as being downer, but we're living in a very, very interesting world.
In lighter news, though, who watched the Nintendo World or the Nintendo Indie Showcase today?
Bark.
Yeah, you do not like that Bark game, which bums me out because I think it looks pretty interesting.
Bark. Too many people that don't speak English, but I get it. They're not from here.
I didn't get to watch it. I was sleeping.
There's a feminist game coming out on Switch.
It's not even a feminist game. Just because some women made it doesn't make it a feminist game.
If women make it, that means they want to make games for women, and this game's for women. And they're not going to play it.
Okay, what is the game?
It's Bark. It's Bark. It's a side-scrolling like spaceship shooter.
You're telling me a game with cats is not towards women, right?
That's with dogs. So,
yeah, dogs and cats.
I mean, just because there's dogs in it doesn't mean it's a game for women.
Yeah, but when that game comes out, they're going to sell 4 copies of it because it's going to be buried just like it was in the Steam store.
Jesus Christ, man!
You went through that eShop. It's a mess.
It is a mess, but none of the games that we're shitting on like actually made it on the Nintendo Indie Showcase. I don't know. Maybe the game will be garbage. I don't know, but I feel like just because it has women working on it doesn't make it a feminist game.
I don't know. I think they just came out very pretentious, and I'm like, I don't want to play your game.
What was pretentious about it?
It's just like, hi, we're TikTok Games. I'm like, great, you're TikTok Games, great.
So they came out, they said the name of their studio, they showed off their game, and that was pretentious to you.
Oh yeah. They came out, they named their studio TikTok Games. And I'm like, great, your name sucks. They're like, we're producers on this game. I'm like, great, even better. We're making this game called Bark. I'm like, great.
I feel like you're just hating on this game for no reason.
Yeah, I'm hating on this game for no reason. Probably is going to be whatever it is. I mean, it's no dungeon boyfriend game that's coming out. I'm like, is that game ever coming out?
What game?
Dungeon.
Dungeon
there's
Boyfriend?
there's a game. There's a game where swords are guys, and you go in there, and you're a girl, and and you rescue these hot dudes.
I've never heard of this.
It's on the Switch.
Side note: I'm putting the trailer for Bark in the news chat or the group chat, so you could see this. It doesn't. It just looks like any other run of the mill
female producers.
Women make games too.
I know this point. It's not the point I'm trying to make, but I
understand the point you're trying to make.
Women make really good games. I just don't think this is one of them.
It's fine to dislike the game, but to dislike the game because two women are producing it seems kind of.
I just hate the women developers. I don't hate it. Wait.
Oh my god!
There it is.
No.
There it is. The truth, everybody.
No.
Raven hates women.
No, I don't. No, it's just... Okay, there's a portion of them that are really, really just go like our game. It's like, is it good? Like it.
I mean, if you make something, you want people to like it.
But you can't criticize it.
You can criticize it.
Criticize it. I'm criticizing the trailer right now. It looks like a generic, like side-scrolling shooter. It's really colorful.
Really colorful. It's functional.
Yeah, it's functional. But I haven't played it yet, so I can't totally criticize it. If the game's awesome, like I'll come right out and say it's awesome. Looks like it might be a fun party game.
Yeah, that no one's gonna play. I mean, look at this dog. This dog is derpy as fuck.
Dogs are derpy by nature.
It is very cute, but very derpy. Rabbits, a fucking bear. A bear would eat you.
Right. That's what takes away the realism, not the animals flying spaceships, or the fact that there's bears with them.
My immersion.
This game looks like something women would make.
Oh my god, man. God.
Okay, is anything else come out of this indies thing?
Yes, a bunch of trash.
There's a lot of trailers for a ton of different indie games. I wouldn't call them trash, but not something I'm personally into. There were a couple highlights that I want to go over. Blue Fire looks like a lot of fun. It was the first game they showed off. It's like this weird, like colorful platforming hack and slash action game. It looks like a lot of fun. Like imagine like Hat in Time with like swords and like a Dark Souls aesthetic, but like still colorful.
I'm on board.
Yeah, like I put the trailer in the group chat so you can better imagine it, but it looks pretty cool. The platforming in it,
yes,
this little bit I've seen looks really neat. Like he's just going off walls, he's double jumping, he's using a sword to fly. It's cool as shit.
Yes, this game looks amazing. It scratches. I love platformers.
Yeah, same. I love platformers.
Except for the little dude looks a little too emo, but that's okay.
It looks interesting though, so that's one I'm into. Another highlight, I just kind of took notes of like games I was into because there's too many games to talk about them. So I'm sorry anyone who like saw something they want to talk about, but I'm only talking about a couple of them for the sake of time. Summer in Mara looks really cool.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a.
No, it doesn't.
He's hate everything.
Open-minded. It looks like a.
They're running around with no shoes on.
I swear you pick out the weirdest things to like focus on. But no, it looks like Animal Crossing mixed with like Stardew Valley, with like this Wind Waker kind of art style where you're exploring this island.
Nice.
It looks pretty interesting. Like I'm into it.
They run around in shorts and t-shirts with no flip-flops. Who are these people?
I don't know, people who love their island, I guess.
Yeah, you don't know. Raven's a connoisseur of fashion, so he sees these things.
Yeah, I mean, the blue and the yellow of this ensemble just clashes too much.
Yeah.
But no, it looks interesting. I like the art style so far. It's got this like pseudo anime style to it.
There's a cat lady.
Yeah, there's a cat lady in it too.
Isn't
It's
it?
pretty interesting. I dig it. I fucks with this
That
game.
volcano is straight out of fucking Zelda.
Right?
You can farm
Like
with.
it looks like Zelda mixed with like Animal Crossing with
Do you,
Stardew Valley. It
do you
looks
drown?
interesting.
Do you drown in this game?
You can explore other islands. That's one big thing they were talking about is that you can get like a ship and go to there's like 30 islands you can explore.
And you
Which
can.
which I'm into. I fucks with this game. I check it
Well,
out.
well, you're not going. You're not going to wait till summer, spring 2020, which is in a few days.
Yeah. What else do they got? Blair Witch is coming out on the Switch. That kind of caught me off guard.
that looks like crap.
It does look like crap. The fact that it's coming out on Switch is interesting. That's why I thought I'd mention it.
Wait, that's
I
the
mean,
same
Blair
game.
Witch wasn't reviewed that well, right? Like, I don't think it's a surprise the game wasn't reviewed.
It's
too
on
well.
Game Pass. It's on.
It's not
PC,
terrible.
and it's not terrible, but it's one of those. It's one of those walking simulator scary game
Yeah.
with puzzles.
Does it do anything different from the other like walking simulator scary games? Or is it just
Nope,
same-
you're
second
in the
verse, same as the
woods.
first?
You're in the woods. Just
It's
just
Blair Witch.
passing
Here's
by.
what I will say about it. It makes because you're just walking around in the fucking woods. There's not a lot of landmarks to tell you, hey, I've been here already, or I'm walking around in circles. But it does a very good job of guiding you towards things, but making it feel natural. Like just stumbling upon shit, and it's like, oh shit, I just found this, and I didn't really. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. I was just going. Like you have a dog companion that kind of just guides you towards shit. He barks and like he's like, "Oh fucking, there's some shit over here." I don't know. It felt good, just like kind of just naturally stumbling upon shit, and then
That's cool. So that's cool then. And I guess if someone out there hasn't had a chance to play it yet, it's coming out on Switch later. Another highlight I wanted to mention was the Enter the Gungeon sequel, Exit the Gungeon.
You forgot something. You forgot that weird rewinding game called Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah, Quantum League was another one. I forgot to write that one down. It's like this weird squad-based first-person shooter, like esports game, but
Which
it keeps track of what you did. So the movements you made, the shots you fired, and when you start up a new round, you have like a time clone that repeats what you just did. And it looks really weird. I'm not quite sure. They didn't explain too much.
I
how
feel like
that's going to
this game needs to be free to play. If it's anything more than $20, this game is also dead on arrival.
we'll have to wait and see how much progress they put into it. It looks really weird.
Yeah, but
And I'm not-
anytime I appreciate weird mechanics in shooters. It's just sometimes games like this with weird mechanics or try to do stuff, they die so quick. And also, you know, that there was another weird Switch game with those what it was like the foldable hands. They look like plates, and that game was a total disaster. It's like sometimes they put out these games, you're like, oh, we're so excited. It's online, you can do this, and then you play it, and it's like one other person's playing it.
yeah, well, some of the best games are just hidden gems.
Yeah, like there's a lot of games I like that no one else did. And this one, this Quantum League game, looks interesting enough that I'm going to check it out when it comes out. And if it takes off like something like Rocket League did, I mean, that'd be cool, but we'll have to wait and see. The last one I was excited for was the Enter the Gungeon sequel, Exit the Gungeon, which is
Which
coming
is on
out later
iPhone
today.
right now.
Which I didn't know about that. So I was watching this and I was like, fuck yeah, an Enter the Gungeon sequel. And then when I found out it was an iPhone game that's getting ported over to Switch, I was
Yes.
less excited.
It's been
It's
out
coming
for a
to-
while.
It's coming to PC too.
I mean, has anyone played the iPhone game? Is it a solid game? Like,
Yes.
it is good? Okay, so I'll check it out then.
Yes, you should check it out. Give me a second. Sorry. Talk among yourselves.
No,
Yeah,
but it looks really good. I like Enter the Gungeon. It's probably one of like the funnest roguelikes I've played but never beaten because it's fucking hard.
See, I have a weird thing with roguelikes where I I bounce off of them almost immediately, but then like if I keep coming back, I'm like, okay, there's something here. Okay, there's something here, and then I just fall in love with it. Like that's happened to me with Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, I
Like
was the same way.
for some reason, I could just never get into it. Like I would do a run and then just die, like within like the first 3 levels. But then like once I have like a really good fucking run, I'm like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome. And now I have like a couple hundred hours in Binding of Isaac within like the
Yeah, I'm
past.
the same
Like,
way, dude. Like I've dumped so many hours in the Binding of Isaac. Enter the Gungeon. Dead Cells, is another one I really fucking love.
yeah, Dead Cells.
But I'm not good at them, so it sucks because like I'll play it and I'm like, this game would be really fucking good if I was better at it, or if I wasn't dying all the goddamn time.
Yeah. The kind of
Like, I
games
feel
you
like
just
I'm not
like
making any progress on them. Like it's really frustrating.
sometimes you just gotta get lucky. Like
Yeah,
you just gotta get lucky with the shit you find.
yeah, and it's frustrating. I still like it though. It's still a solid game, and to see a sequel to Enter the Gungeon's got me excited. I was less excited when I heard that it was a port of a mobile game that they did forever ago, but
Yeah.
everyone's vouching for it. They're all telling me it's still a solid mobile game, so I might pick it up now that it's on Switch. And it's
Yeah,
coming
you
out
should-
later today, so
I guess their exclusivity on the Apple Store is over on Exit the Dungeon. Because you sign an exclusivity deal when you're on that.
do you
Yeah.
really? I didn't know that.
Yes. I don't know how long it is, but they signed it. Also, I Am Dead looks stupid.
I Am Dead. Oh, that's another one that I forgot to talk about. It's like it's a really weird like puzzle game. So you play as a ghost.
And this bird one looks dumb as fuck.
The bird one looks weird. But I Am Dead.
Fucking
is
hate
really
everything.
interesting. I think there's a lot of games in there that I'm like, okay, it's different from what I usually play, but I respect what it's doing. Like
I mean, the thing I
like
like about indie games is that they stray away from the norm. Like it's not supposed to be shit that everyone else is doing.
But it is now turning into everything else was doing. It's 2D bullshit. It's this artsy fartsy stupid shit.
But that's what you get with indies that like AAA motherfuckers just don't care to kind of appreciate the art form of it. They just like, okay, let's do another Call of Duty, guys, or let's do another Assassin's Creed, or fucking or this is popular, just do one of those. Like it's they're just so iterative that I kind of appreciate what indies do.
I appreciate what indies do, but it's so much out there for indies that you just get lost in the 2D bullshit.
But you try some of them. Maybe some of them don't land with you, but maybe some of them do. Like a lot, like Obra Dinn and Outer Wilds. Like these are some of the greatest games I've ever played.
Those are good.
Like some of the greatest games I've ever played in general. That a AAA just would not. You would not get that from a AAA.
Yeah, and that's what's important to like keep in mind of that these are independent games. And I love that Nintendo's like giving them some attention, to like kind of help them get their game out there, get the word of their game out there. And I'm hoping that these games do well. I really do.
Also, I'm really sad that Pixel Junk Eden's making its way to Switch. What the fuck?
Nice, good game.
That game's junk.
Oh, you're junk.
What do you like about this one?
It's junk. It has the name junk in it, so it's junk. Don't buy it.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, maybe you should buy it. Actually, it's a really fun game.
Pixel Junk looks really cool. It's like this weird like rhythm platformer where the level like develops in front of you, and depending on the choices you make, like the moves you make, the characters you play as, it's a different level every time.
Isn't Pixel Junk Eden so old?
Yeah,
well, this is the sequel, isn't it? This is Pixel Junk Eden 2.
Is it Eden 2? Oh shit! Let me get the trailer for that. See that? You should have started with that.
You should have started with. Oh, I didn't know.
That's what it is, isn't it?
It is. The way it looked like, I didn't know it was 2. I thought it was 1.
Hold on 1 second. I'm positive it's like a sequel.
No, it is. It is a sequel. I thought they were bringing out Pixel Junk Eden.
Yeah, Pixel Junk Eden 2. It is a sequel.
Damn.
The way it blended it into the thing, I didn't see it.
Oh, you should have started with that shit.
Yeah, they should have started with that.
Dude, they haven't made a Pixel Junk game since that food one. I can't remember what it's called.
But yeah, Pixel Junk definitely. That I was kidding about that. That game's not junk. It's fun.
Yeah, it looks cool as shit, and like You know, like they blasted a bunch of fucking games out here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna count them all. There's a fucking fuck ton of games.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's like one game in there you like I think it was worth it to put out that
All
show.
coming in summer.
Yeah, they're all coming in summer. Some of them, like Exit the Gungeon, are available today, so that's
Well,
cool.
that's always how they do. They always go like, we have the reveal at the end, and Barefoot Mora is coming out spring.
There's a couple games like the last indie showcase they did. I want to say back in like December. There's a couple games that looked really cool. Skatebird looked really cool.
Skateboard's really weird, but I like the idea.
I love the idea. It's like a skateboarding game where you play as a bird. It's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater where you play as a bird. Fuck yeah, sign me up.
So you have the moon gravity cheat on all the time.
Basically, like it looks like from what I'm seeing there, it looks like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. But there's a separate. It looks like it. I haven't played the game yet, but it looks like there's a separate button to like flap your wings to get yourself some more airtime.
See, that's genius.
And you play as like a little bird, like a parakeet or something.
Also,
So levels are all like countertops and like cages and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Also, it's cool to see Skies coming to the Switch. That's not a new game. That's a game that's been locked in Apple Arcade, not Apple. It's been locked on the Apple TV hell for a while. So that game's coming to Switch, so people can actually play a game. No, I'm not kidding.
Which it looks awesome. Like I'm interested in it. Like a lot of games were announced that like look interesting, and I think that's what I'm excited for.
And then when it comes out, we'll forget about them.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe, or maybe like we'll talk about it like a year later, or a couple months later. We'll see.
The only one I'm interested in is Boyfriend Dungeon.
Of course.
That Boyfriend Dungeon game, which they didn't talk about at all during the indie showcase.
Yeah, that was the last one. There's a Boyfriend Dungeon game coming out. It's gonna be great.
Well, it's always good that more games coming.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have more games than not enough games.
Yeah.
I just want different games for these indie developers. They feel some of these games just look very samey.
We just talked about like 6 games that are totally different.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Explain yourself. How are they the same?
They always make the same bullshit over and over. Like a lot of those games are puzzle platformers or puzzle games that it's like they try to make Myst every fucking day.
I mean, it's not like there's a monopoly on puzzle platformers or puzzle games. I like puzzle games.
Every indie game developer goes, we're gonna make a puzzle game.
Yeah, but then you get something like Baba Is You, which no one's ever done before.
Now that was good.
But are you gonna like call that is just a puzzle game?
No, that one. It takes deep thought, and you have to think about Baba is love, Baba is you, Baba is brick.
Yeah, but most puzzle games you got to think about like none of them are the same puzzle game. They're all puzzle games, but
like I Am Dead looks totally different from like any other puzzle game I've ever played.
It looks different.
Like a ghost. You go around the city and like solve problems.
But the aesthetic is still the same bullshit aesthetic indie game.
Oh my god! I think you're gonna. That's something we're not going to agree on. I think.
He likes Fortnite. Your opinion doesn't matter.
At least Fortnite.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Yes, continue.
Fortnite
I'm writing this down.
A chopper.
Oh.
Fortnite has some fucking chopper bullshit like Battlefield. Everything wants to be Battlefield now.
Fortnite has a chopper.
No way. I can't believe. That's truly innovative. I would have never thought that someone was capable of putting a chopper in a video game.
You can have 5 homies. You got 4 homies on a chopper.
4 homies on a chopper? You mean like Saints Row?
Yes.
Like Battlefield.
They made a trailer for the chopper. Deadpool's in it.
Oh god. The fact that Deadpool's in Fortnite makes me like Deadpool a little bit less.
Let's not. But I'm just saying, there's a chopper in this update. There's a chopper.
You mean Fortnite's adding shit that other games have done successfully?
Yeah, but it's not for people who are not going to know how to fly that chopper. That'd be horrible. You ever get on a chopper with someone like, I'll fly?
I flew the game. There was this game called Ravaged, where like, oh fuck, was it Ravaged? It was like a game where it was just a shooter, but like it had choppers and shit, and no one knew how to fly the choppers. So every time someone got in a fucking chopper, it would just go up and then fucking immediately nosedive and explode. It was the funniest fucking thing every single time.
I love to see that in Fortnite. Just people getting in a chopper, not how to pilot it, just immediately crashing.
I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure it's happening right now. I'm sure some kid's going to get to some chopper and just go, all right, everyone, we're going to go fly. And then they just tumble to their death.
Next up in the news, something I'm personally really excited for is the Resident Evil 3 Raccoon City demos coming out March 19th.
Yes.
You get to play as Jill Valentine. You get to play a little piece of the game. We're trying to do a escape from Raccoon City, which has me excited because I played Resident Evil 2 Remake and it was dope. And I bought it on PC and I'm playing it again now. And I played through the opening where you do go through the city to get to the police department. And the idea that there's a whole game based around that city falling apart sounds fucking awesome to me.
Yeah, they said it's going to be a lot more action focused than Resident Evil 2.
I'm fine with, because the original Resident Evil 3 was more action focused than the original Resident Evil 2. So I don't mind that. So I don't mind it coming out like that. And I'm excited to see what it looks like. Plus, as a bonus, we got Resident
Can we
Evil
just
Resistance.
real quick? Can we shout out a fucking demo?
Yes.
Can we just shout that out? That they're adding a demo before the game comes out.
Yes.
That you can play and just get a taste. Motherfuckers ain't doing demos anymore, dude.
Fucking
like,
no
it's always
one. That's why
like,
it's so important to talk about.
especially for free. Just hey, play the game, check it out. Like it's always like, hey, pre-order and you get early access to the beta. We're not going to call it a demo. That's pretty much what it is, and you're paying for it. So fuck you.
I think this is way better.
It's way better. And on top of that, we do get a beta. We get a beta for the Resident Evil Resistance multiplayer game that they got coming out.
Oh
Are people excited for this? Because this sounds like
I'm sorry.
for every good Resident Evil, there's bad Resident Evil.
Every good Resident Evil, there's bad multiplayer Resident Evil.
So hear me out.
I know you got salted. You got salted on that fucking Outbreak. Was it Outbreak or
the Umbrella Corps?
Umbrella Corps.
But hear me out. I thought Umbrella Corps was going to be good. I will totally take the L on that. It was a piece of shit, unfinished, buggy mess. I will take the L on that. But hear me out here. Okay, Revelations 2. Who here played Revelations 2?
Me.
And who here played the raid mode for Revelations 2?
No.
Are you serious? The raid mode is the best part in that fucking game.
I couldn't find anyone.
You can play it by yourself. It's like Diablo. It's like a Diablo dungeon crawler, but with Resident Evil, and it's fucking awesome. And it looks like that Resident Evil Resistance game they have coming out is going to be similar to that, where you're running through these objectives, you're leveling up your characters. And the best part is, unlike Umbrella Corps, this isn't a separate game you're paying for. This is going to be bundled free with Resident Evil 3.
Okay.
And they have a open beta going live March 27th for that game, which sounds cool. Yeah, it sounds cool. So, shit talking aside, I am really happy to see that happening. I was expecting like a Mercenaries mode because that's what Resident Evil 3 had originally, but for them to scrap Mercenaries and put in this Resident Evil like Resistance sounds pretty cool, and I'm into it. I saw some gameplay videos. It looks like it's going to play pretty well. I can't wait to check it out and try the open beta. I'm going to reserve all opinions for it because I got burned so fucking hard with Umbrella Corps. I'm not going to say anything until the beta comes out and I get to try it. But from the gameplay videos I've seen, it looks like a fun multiplayer, similar to like Left 4 Dead, but more objective-based game, and I'm excited.
Okay. It's just Capcom's very, like, they don't give a fuck. They're like, throw this Resident Evil name on it and fucking put it out.
And
They have been with a couple
bad.
games, but with Resident Evil 2, they've had a pretty good track record with 2 and 7 and I think that's it because before that was Umbrella Corps and we don't talk about that.
Umbrella Corps, Escape from Raccoon City. There's just too many multiplayer failures, and also they tried to make it esports, and that was hilarious.
Okay, so backtrack. There's only 2 multiplayer failures they did, and that was Umbrella Corps and Operation Raccoon City. And Umbrella Corps was the esports game they were trying to do, which I'll admit fucking blows. That game sucked. But if you look back at the standalone games they had, Revelations was fun. Revelations 2 was fun, in my opinion. And the raid mode in both those games were phenomenal, and those were multiplayer capable. But I think the objective is the game was a single player game first with this raid mode tacked on second, like the Mercenaries mode on the older games. And that's kind of like what Resident Evil Resistance looks like, but on a bigger scale because it's more objective based. And characters have more individual skills that change how you play. And I'm excited for that. I really want to see what that looks like. I saw some gameplay videos for Resident Evil Resistance, and it looks like fun. But again, I will admit, I was burned before because I thought Umbrella Corps looked like fun. And I wrote a whole article saying why I'm excited for it, if you remember, and that was dog shit. That article did not age well.
Nope. It raised like fine rat's feces on the side of the road.
So that's why I'm going to hold back excitement until until I play that open beta. But just from the trailers I'm seeing, it looks like something special. And the fact that it's going to be free, it's bundled with Resident Evil 3. I mean, you can't be too mad at a multiplayer game if it's not good for being tacked on an awesome single-player game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, controversy of Jill now wearing pants. I'm cool with that.
I don't mind the new outfit, but I am excited that they're allowed. They have how'd I word it?
Are people really upset that she's wearing pants?
Well, no. it's because her costume. How can I word it? Her costume for Resident Evil 3 was so iconic. It wasn't sexy. It was iconic. I'll do that.
Of course it was.
It was a really iconic costume because she was in like civilian clothes. Was the whole like gimmick.
Yeah.
That this happened while she was home as a civilian. I'm gonna put a picture.
She was at home being a civilian. This is how you dress at home?
Well, not at home, but like, she was out and about. I mean, what's wrong with someone looking sexy, man?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
It hit the fan when it happened, and it looks.
This is what you wear when you go out?
I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't wear it, but.
This is what you wear when you go out?
You forget Raven's he's a fashion aficionado, so.
But this was also 1998.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, it's got the blue color scheme, which references back to her Stars outfit.
So you're telling me
the white sweater clashes really well with the other primary colors, the black skirt.
No.
Raven would know.
I mean, you're in a zombie apocalypse. She's like, I'll just wear this skirt and these knee-high boots.
You can't help when the zombie apocalypse happens. I mean, if you're fucking taking a shower and the apocalypse happens, no one's gonna shit on you for running around buck-ass naked.
Yeah, but you have time to, shoot the zombie and, get something.
Okay, shooting the zombie and changing your entire outfit are two totally different things and take different amounts of time to accomplish.
I'm not walking out of my apartment building naked with a gun going like, "Hi, everyone."
The point is, a lot of people were upset that they're not bringing back her older costume, which I can see, and I don't mind it because I do like the new costume a little bit better. It is more professional. It does look a little bit more mature, but they are releasing the original costume as a downloadable costume, so I don't mind it too much.
For free?
Yes. No.
Not for free. It's part of the deluxe edition.
So that's how they get you.
Of course, it is. It's part of the deluxe edition.
That's how they get you.
I'm just saying, if you were part of if the zombie apocalypse broke out, the last thing I want to is have exposed kneecaps.
Her old costume looks like a fucking cartoon character.
Also, we are talking about a series that in Resident Evil Zero, if you bought the deluxe edition, you can be one, a schoolgirl, two, a nurse, or a cheerleader.
That wasn't in the original Resident Evil Zero though. That was in the HD remaster, and those
Right.
costumes were there for fun. They weren't like
Right.
actual story costumes.
Right. I'm just saying.
But I don't
Really?
mind it, dude. I love fun costumes in video games. I think more games need more fun costumes.
Yeah, like PSO2.
I'll pick up PSO2 once it's out on PC. I promise. You have my word, Wasabi. I'll play it when it's on PC.
You don't have to. I will admit that it's not the greatest game, but I like it. So
I mean,
that's
I
all
might
that
like
matters.
it too. I'll check it out. If it's you said it was like an action-focused MMO, kind of like Monster Hunter. So that's all I needed to hear to be like, I fucks with it.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out. Point is, so back on track. Resident Evil 3 demo drops March 19th. RE Resistance drops March 27th. You have nothing to lose here. That's free. The free demos. Go try them out. I know I'm gonna try them out, and I'm gonna give my opinion on it once it comes out because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. To the detriment of myself, I am a huge Resident Evil fan.
It's
So
okay.
I'm excited.
It's okay. Resident Evil's good. Just don't become a Jill sandwich.
Oh my god. But no, I fucks hard with Resident Evil, and I'm really happy to see RE3 remake. Looks good, and Resident Evil 3 is like personally probably like my favorite of the original Resident Evil games.
They did a fantastic job with Resident Evil 2. I do not see them going wrong with if they get something wrong with Resident Evil 3, I feel like they would tear Capcom apart.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens
They won't survive.
Next up, we got some cool trailers and announcements.
Yeah.
I didn't know about most of these. When
They're
Wasabi
just
put
like
them together.
the random fucking trailers that just came out. We don't have to like talk about these in length because we're not really.
Well, there's a couple I want to talk about. That first one you did, Fights in Tight Spaces, looks fucking awesome.
It does look fucking awesome. It's like those puzzle games like that Hitman Go or Lara Croft Go. It's kind of like those, but not affiliated with anything.
Does it have controller support?
Probably.
I assume so. I don't. So it looks like. So imagine like those puzzle games, like Lara Croft Go or Hitman Go, but on a smaller scale. And instead of like trying to accomplish an objective, you're trying to beat up like everyone in that room with you. And you have different skills to attack like an enemy right in front of you, right behind you. You have some skills to change places. Someone just put in the chat, is Resident Evil 5 bad?
Yes.
Asking me specifically. So yes and no. Yes and no. If you go to Resident Evil 5 expecting more of 4, it's not a great game. But if you turn your brain off, Resident Evil 5 I think is a pretty solid action.
Resident Evil 5 was the first Resident Evil game that I liked. So
I'll piss people off. Resident Evil 5 better than Dead Space.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if I can agree with that.
I don't know about that. That's
I
a
don't know about that. It depends on what you're into, man. If you want to go into Resident Evil expecting to be scared, Resident Evil 5 is not going to do it.
yeah.
But if you want like a fun, stupid action game, Resident Evil 5 is definitely that, dude.
That's what that is, and that's what I like.
I love it. Any game that lets me like fucking punch boulders like Chris Redfield does is that game is not taking itself seriously. If you go in,
punch boulders. That man doesn't just punch the boulder; he gets into it. He's like, boom.
For the longest time, my username on PSN was Chris fucking Boulders Redfield for that specific game, and I love it.
They let you have fucking in it.
It was like FKN.
Fucking boulder.
Chris FKN Boulders Redfield. But no, I wouldn't say Resident Evil 5 is a bad game. I don't think objectively it's a bad game.
No.
But if you go into it expecting like Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2 or even Resident Evil 4, it's not as good. I go back and forth. I think Resident Evil 4 is probably like my favorite Resident Evil game, but I know it's not scary. But I still think Resident Evil 1 is the Resident Evil 1 remaster is probably my favorite of the scary Resident Evil games, but 2 comes up at like a really close second. It depends on what you like. It depends on Resident Evil's gone through so many evolutions. It depends on what you like.
Resident Evil got so many remasters, so many remakes. The original.
That's what Capcom does, man. They just fucking remake and
they do
port
it well. And it's
reiterate.
nice to have the Mega Man ZX collection. It's nice to have those games back, you know.
I mean, it depends. Like, it depends. Like, the Resident Evil specifically has gone through so many changes. It's hard to, like, people get into Resident Evil. I know friends who, like, got into Resident Evil through, like, Resident Evil 4. So they think, like, anything before that, the fixed camera angles and tank controls is dog shit. And I can't blame them for that because Capcom did that. They're the ones who made that change.
You're right.
I have friends whose first Resident Evil game was Resident Evil 7, which is a solid Resident Evil game. I love Resident Evil 7. So to answer your question, no, I don't think 5's a bad game, but it depends on what you want out of a Resident Evil game to see if it's worth picking up.
You forgot 6.
So 6 is another story. I don't want to fucking go into this too hard, but 6 is another story. I picked up 6. I hated 6 when it came out, but I like it now as a fun action game. And the reason I hated 6 was because Resident Evil Revelations had just come out like a year before.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved Revelations. I thought this was a good, like, return to form.
Did you play that on 3DS, or did you play it when it... Okay.
I played it on 3DS when it came out. That game was one of the reasons I bought a 3DS. And I was excited because I was playing it. I was like, cool, a scary Resident Evil game. I have to, like, conserve ammo and manage my resources in tight corridors, creepy monsters. And I thought 6 was going to be more of that, but it wasn't.
Nope, it was shoot, kill, shoot, kill. Also, fights in tight spaces. I didn't know it was a card game, but I'm down with this.
Yeah, it's like a card strategy game, and with like a card strategy puzzle game, and fights in tight spaces looks fucking awesome. I'm into it. I can't wait till that comes out. And Bones, to answer your question, you're welcome. I love all the Resident Evil games. I'm not going to shit on one specifically. I think they're all solid games. You can't go wrong picking up a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, fights in tight spaces does look like a winner.
Yeah, it looks good. Some other games to talk
Hot
about.
and Bothered? It sounds like a porno.
All the Ratchet and Clank games have porno names. What is it? There's Ratchet and Clank, Size Matters.
Up Your Arsenal.
Up Your Arsenal.
Going Commando.
Yeah, they're all like porno names, which I didn't realize until I was like 19. I was embarrassingly old when I realized those were like porno names. But
I knew Going Commando was.
But Ratchet and Clank Hot and Bothered is like a Doom mod with Ratchet and Clank weapons. That looks pretty cool, man. Like,
yeah.
I was checking out. It looks pretty neat. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I play this.
It looks badass.
Like one of the many Doom mods I would like spend a ton of time with. It's still in pre-alpha though. And the only video that we have up now is a weapons demo. But the weapons look pretty faithful to the Ratchet and Clank game, so I'm excited for it.
I just hope the cow gun, one of my favorite ones, is represented in this, or the sheepinator.
I'm sure it's definitely a guy making it who seems like he's very much a fan of Ratchet and Clank.
I love the sheepinator.
I like the disco.
The disco one's it's good too. And the new one, it goes doom doom, but and then they die. Oh, so good.
I love the I'm not a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. I played the first one a little bit, but I played the new remake, the 2016 remake, a lot more.
That game's great.
It is great. I love the pixelizer so much. It's such a fun weapon. But in other news, we have there's some other things coming out. One Piece Pirate World Warriors 4 released a special moves trailer. Which, if you like Dynasty Warriors, you like One Piece. I mean, you probably already know this is coming out and you're picking it up already. MotoGP released.
I feel like the spin-off Warriors games are way better than they have any right to be.
Depends on the game. I will give you that.
I'd say all of them. All of them that I've played have been great. Like the Zelda one, the Fire Emblem one, the oh fuck, there was another one I'm forgetting. Oh, the Attack on Titan one. Like
The Attack on Titan one was good. The only one I haven't played is the Berserk one, Band of the Hawk, which I heard wasn't too good.
I've not played that one.
I haven't played it yet either, but I heard that one's like not great. But no, I love Hyrule Warriors, and One Piece Pirate Warriors looks good. I'm not a huge One Piece fan though, so I'm not like too excited for it.
Dio.
Me either, but I might pick that up just to get into it because that game might be good.
Yeah, dude, they're good games. Like you can't go wrong with them. MotoGP just put out a new community gameplay trailer, which looks. I mean, if you like the MotoGP games,
MotoGP was the first game I ever played on Xbox Live. Back on the OG Xbox.
Really?
Sorry, I'm looking at another trailer you're going to talk about in a little bit. Probably made by a bunch of whatevers.
MotoGP looks good. I'm not a huge racing game fan, at least not like realistic racing games. I like more like crazy arcadey racing games like Sonic Team Racing.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Mario
Which
Kart.
I will argue. I'll fight. This is a hill I'm ready to die on. I think Sonic Team Racing is better than Mario Kart.
Yep.
How dare you?
Yep.
How dare you?
Agreed.
You agree?
You're both fired.
Highly agree.
You're both
It's
fired.
just the game's more skill based. The
Exactly.
power-ups are more interesting. And the game's faster while still being able to control it. And I don't know if it's part of the brokenness, but there's some tricks you can do
Yes.
that make you go so much faster, and that there's some level exploitations you can do that are really neat.
Mario Kart is fun, but it's like mostly bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so is
You get punished for being good.
also I feel like Mario Team Sonic Racing or whatever All-Star Racing is better when you play it single player and just go in. If you play it online, then you're just gonna get fucked.
I haven't played the new one. The new
one's bad.
New one's good.
the team racing one.
It's
I
not
got
as
that one.
it's not as good as the old one, but it's still good.
Yeah, because I think All-Star Racing Transformed is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
No, it's very good.
I haven't played Team Racing yet, which I heard was good. I'll probably pick it up now. Another
Also-
game that we got a trailer for was a Half Past Fate, which is like kind of an interesting
3D game.
It's like an isometric 3D. It looks like a puzzle game, like puzzle point and click adventure
It's
game.
indie trash.
I mean, it looks interesting, and
Yeah, it's coming
I'm not
out
gonna
on
knock
Switch.
it. Yeah,
You know, the new home of indie trash.
Yeah, it's always been the home.
but a side note, not indie trash. Control has a new expansion coming out,
Yes.
Ooh.
which is blowing my mind because I haven't played Control yet,
Oh boy.
and you guys have been
You
talking
should.
about like crazy. And this expansion trailer's got me like, what the fuck is that? What is going on? What's that fucking Cthulhu looking thing in there? I'm into it. Like watching that expansion trailer made me go, "Holy shit! I gotta buy the game now."
Yeah,
Which
and
is
that
like
expansion's
$6.
coming out. It's coming out at the end of this month. I forget the date that it had on it. I didn't write it down, but
I know it's coming out on the Epic Store first, and it's coming out on console and Steam later.
yeah, the game's not even on Steam yet. So
Yeah, which bums me out. Like, if it was on Steam, I probably would have picked it up already. I refuse
Alright.
to buy games on the Epic Store. But it looks good. Like, I watched this trailer and I'm like, "Fuck, where's this game been all my life? I should have picked this game up a long time ago."
yeah,
And I realized, oh, it's not on Steam. That's why I haven't picked it up.
I'm very much
Also,
ready to get back
before
into
we
it.
Get to new releases. There's games coming out on Monday.
Games
Like
come
what?
out whenever they want now, so
They kind of do. Games come out Monday now, I guess.
As for the new releases, we have today MLB The Show 20 is coming out today, or came out today.
Take me out to the ball game.
Real talk.
Is it
Those are good
coming out on
games.
PC?
well, they never did. PS4, Sony has they've owned
But
baseball.
they said they would totally
they?
put it on PC and
When did they say that?
Nintendo Switch and and Xbox.
I don't think they've ever said that.
I don't
Nintendo
think so
America
either.
literally retweeted saying, "Hi, we have exciting news for MLB The Show. Stay tuned."
And are people still tuned?
And then nothing came of it. People were like, "Oh my god, MLB The Show might come on Nintendo Switch."
Yeah, those games are great. It'd be nice if it were on other platforms, but
when
yeah, I don't know. They should do it, but they've not.
is Nintendo just giving people out dev kits? They just go like, "Hi." They just go like, "Yeah, of course you can have a Nintendo Switch dev kit for MLB The Show."
I mean, I'm not a huge sports game fan. I'm not a huge sports fan in general, except for baseball. I legitimately have fun when I go to baseball games. It's probably the only sport I can say that. Um, but I'm not going to knock on MLB The Show. I know that game's not meant for me. It's meant for people who like MLB.
And they gave out the original game, PSN Plus. You can play it for absolutely nothing, but the new game's out, so you can buy that for $60.
Side note, I think it's something everyone's excited for. March 20th.
Yeah.
We all know what's coming out.
Yeah.
Doom 64 is coming out on PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
I can't wait for Doom 64.
But no, real talk. We got Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing coming out.
Yes.
I really do want to play Doom Eternal so bad. It's coming out on everything: PC, PS4, Xbox One, even Stadia. If you still have one of those,
I got the PS4 version because it was $50 before people go, "You should put it on PC." It was $50. The game's gonna run great because that's what it does.
Yeah, the games are optimized really well. My first time playing Doom 2016 was on PS4 and it ran like fucking butter.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Like, oh, I should have PC version. Nope, that game's gonna run fantastic.
I unfortunately will not be buying Doom Eternal when it comes out because it's my wife's birthday today and she wants to get Animal Crossing, so I'm picking that up for her.
Yay.
You know what else? It's also my best friend's birthday on the 20th, but we don't have work anymore, so we can't go to Applebee's.
Oh, that sucks. My girl's got to share her birthday with St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
So we're definitely not going anywhere because everything's going to be fucking packed right now.
Everything's packed or closed.
Yeah. That's why we're not going anywhere today. But I am going to get her Animal Crossing. She works for Tucson Unified School District, and since all the schools are closed, she's not going to be working for the next 2 weeks.
God.
So this will give her something to do. Yeah.
Well, you know what you can do if you have one of those big Switch, you can put it on the TV and you can spend quality time with your wife on an island. Just wear flip flops. Don't be savages on Mora Island, and go around barefoot. Wear actual shoes. You might step on glass.
I would love to, but I'll be working. My job's not closing, so I'm working. But on a side note, Animal Crossing does look good. Doom Eternal looks fucking phenomenal, and I'll probably wait till it goes on sale to pick it up.
I'll be playing that all day Friday.
Yeah.
Well, all day, all of them.
Good shit. I mean, how Doom Eternal is.
No breaks.
And if anyone wants to be a bro and buy me a Doom Eternal, I know it's not going to happen, but I really appreciate it.
Buy Rick Doom Eternal. Go do it, pay pigs.
I know it's not going to happen, but oh well. I'll pick it up when I pick it up. I'm getting Animal Crossing. My wife comes first. She doesn't. She's not.
Go do it, pay pigs.
And then on March 23rd, we have Half-Life Alyx finally coming out on PC, which I am excited for, even though I don't have a VR.
I'm really excited to see how people take to this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the game. This either could be Star Fox Zero, or it could be Super Mario 64.
That's a wide that's a wide range there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it'll be somewhere in the middle.
I hope it's good. Like
it'll be good, I think.
Because I'm a huge Half-Life slut, man. I'll admit I'm a dirty boy when it comes to Half-Life. I will do awful, disgusting things to get my hands on new Half-Life games. And to see Half-Life Alyx coming out is really cool because it kind of mirrors the whole reason Half-Life exists is so Valve can show off their new Half-Life 2 specifically to show off their gravity engine, their physics engine.
I'm
to
just
show how well that works. They built the whole game around it.
I'm just excited there's a new game from Valve. Something to play.
Yeah.
Like that too. And I think VR is perfect because it lets Valve flex those creative muscles, do something they've never done before. It'd be really cool to see how it works.
I really hope people like Alex. It's just sometimes, when companies get ambitious, they get a little too ambitious.
Not Valve, though. I will argue that Valve hasn't released a bad game.
Yeah, Valve has a very stellar record, probably one of the best in the industry.
Yeah, so that's why, like, I'm not gonna. I'm fully expecting Half-Life Alex to review very well, and if it's really good, it might get me to buy a VR.
Also, people were just craving, like, literally dying for more Half-Life. Anything.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
I mean, anything. Like, there's people out there that probably bought the VR headset and all that stuff when they announced Alex. Like, oh, I gotta get that. I'm gonna get that.
I played Half-Life 2 for the first time when I was like, God, I want to say I was like 17 in 2009. I played it in the Orange Box collection. That was the first time I ever played Half-Life 2.
I hate that commercial.
It fucking blew my mind with how good this game was.
I fucking hate that commercial.
For the Orange Box?
Yeah.
I think the Orange Box is one of the best deals in video game history, man.
Yeah, well, the argument they made was Half-Life 2 is the greatest game of all time.
Which they're not wrong.
Of all time. If people say, what's the greatest game of all time? Everyone would say Half-Life 2.
I mean...
Not Halo 2, not Super Mario 64, not Super Mario World, Half-Life 2.
I will argue that if Half-Life 2 is not the best game ever, I can make some arguments for why it is. I don't think it is, but I could definitely argue why it is.
I'm just saying, when you have a commercial that literally goes like, what's in the Orange Box? The greatest game of all time.
I mean, the Orange Box is a good deal, man. It got you Team Fortress 2, Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Like, you got some fucking solid games in there.
You did.
And that was the first time I played Half-Life 2, and it fucking blew my mind.
I wish they do. I wish more companies would do more boxes like that.
Yeah, me too.
Like, here's a pack of games. Go for it. The Orange Box.
I mean, they kind of do. You can kind of get bundles and stuff on Steam now. You can buy like a collection of like a specific game or franchise.
Yeah, but there was a new game in there. There was a new game, and it was like, hey, here's all the stuff we did. Here's Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Episode 2, all that stuff in one. Team Fortress 2. Here's a new game, Portal. You can only get it in this bundle. Here you go, go.
Yeah, I hear you. What else have we got? Trails of Cold Steel, or Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Steel 3 comes out on PC March 23rd, which I've never played any of the Legend of Heroes Trails of games, but I hear they're fantastic.
Maybe. I don't know. They're like, turn-based RPGs.
Which I like. I like turn-based RPGs. And I hear they're solid games. I've never played them, though. And there's so many out now. And they go back to, like, the PlayStation Vita. I'm like, I'm not going to get into this now.
Yeah. I hear the story is, like, what you want out of those games.
Sounds good.
Like, the story is just heavy. That's what I hear. But I don't get time for that.
I mean, if you're into it, pick it up. If not, I don't think this game's going to change your mind.
Yeah.
Nope.
God, I think that's it. Oh, another thing. I don't know if we talked about this yet, but the Nintendo eShop is fucking down right now.
Still down.
Which I found out about this last night. So listen to this. I was up late last night. My wife just got back. What?
Fortnite.
Shut up. I was up late. Put yourself in my shoes. I was up late last night. My wife just got back from Alaska, so we were up pretty late. We were drinking, celebrating that she was back, and she went to bed. I was up for a couple more hours, and at around like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I was like, let's check. I get an email from Nintendo. It's like, hey, some games on your wish list are on sale. So I pull up the eShop to go check my wish list, and it fucking times out. And it tells me it's my router. I'm like, bullshit, it's not my router. My router's working fine. So I Google it. I'm like, is the eShop down right now? Nothing. Nobody can tell me anything. So I finally give up. I reset my Switch. Nothing works. I give up, go to bed. Wake up this morning. First headline I see, Nintendo eShop has been down since 2 o'clock in the morning.
Great.
So that's a thing I had to deal with. I know it's not just me; everyone's dealing with it. But hopefully, this gets fixed sooner than later.
Also, in up and down news, Xbox Live was also affected.
Was it really?
Yes, Xbox Live was also down for 2 hours.
Jesus! All right.
I don't understand. I understand it, but I keep going. Okay. So yeah, things are melting.
If I had to guess, it's probably because like everyone's home right now, so the servers are getting backed up.
I'm sure everyone's watching Netflix, Hulu, Xbox. Yeah. It's just, what else can you do? I'm not saying they haven't done that. I'm just saying they're doing that more.
Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
How dare you? Okay.
Yeah, they said Steam hit an all-time high.
Steam hit an all-time high. Twitch hit doubled their viewer count.
People just looking for shit to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
You guys keep saying like 2 weeks. I'm wondering like how do they come about the 2 week time period?
I don't know, but
because a lot of motherfuckers don't have a day set to when they go back to work. It's just like, hey,
they told us 2 weeks, and we're a restaurant. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Like if they tell us, hey, you're opening tomorrow, they'll call us or whoever. They'll go like, hey, we're opening tomorrow. Who wants to go? Who wants to work this? Like they'll do it, you know?
Yeah. It's just that 2 weeks is just a weird.
The 2 weeks is just a Jersey thing from the governor.
Okay.
This is just a state thing where he literally just, he just was in his office one day and went like, shut it down. This wasn't like, like Outback decided, oh, we're going to close for 2 weeks. It was more like, oh, he closed the casinos. He closed everything else, Like a lot of it is you're on your own.
Social distancing.
Right. Like it's just, but yeah, that's just that. So not everywhere's affected. It's just in the areas like New York, LA, their mayor said, hey, but this was an all governor kind of thing that said, okay, shutting down bars and restaurants and all that stuff. But yeah, that's what happened here. But it's interesting. It really is to see what happens next because a little bit in the dark on a lot of things, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of how it goes. I guess they'll update as it goes, but I'm thinking this 2 weeks thing ain't gonna be actually 2 weeks. It's gonna be like
well, I the whole thing is you don't want to close at all.
Yeah.
It's the 2 weeks thing is probably the best case scenario. It's probably like how long can we keep things, as a minimum. I mean, people, like the schools go like, oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like, either like 2 weeks, you come back after 2 weeks and you're like, oh, everything's fine. Then what was the point then?
I don't think anything's fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be either we're open or we're not, like, until this shit is done. It's not going to be
the CDC. If people don't if infection rates don't slow down, we can be looking at a couple months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
quarantine.
It's not going to be 2 weeks.
Right. But I'm just saying that but this is all a precaution. But, during those 2 weeks, I mean, not to get political, but some orange man really hopes that this goes away really quickly so he can get reelected and,
Yeah, well.
And here's what's fucked up about that. Real talk, politics aside, for like a month, he was telling us nothing to worry about. It's like the flu. You have nothing to worry about. It's like the flu. He was saying that up and down forever. Just last
Right.
week, he was saying that.
Right.
And now he went from, there's nothing to worry about, we're fine, Democrats are blowing out of proportion, to, I declare a state of emergency.
He can do that. Who cares?
My point is, if he had taken this seriously sooner, instead of pretending nothing was wrong, I don't think things would have gotten this bad.
Also,
yeah, well, even like China themselves were like, oh yeah, it's all under control. There's nothing.
It fucking wasn't. Yeah.
Everyone's trying to save face in this, but that's what's making it worse. Yeah.
Every China, us, we're all doing the stupid pill. No one has the actual answer.
Yeah, the only one that hasn't. God, I don't think anyone's handled this well. Like, everyone's kind of dropping the ball on this. It's frustrating.
Yeah, and it's just, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, we did pretty badly, but, Italy handled it, whatever, how they handled it. And you just want to, for me, I'm like, can there be one country that can handle this in such a way? And you're like, Australia, kind of. Like, no, Australia's crazy as well.
Korea is just executing people, just fucking. Hey, you're not supposed to be violating curfew, motherfucker. You're supposed to be.
Korea, not North Korea, South Korea.
North Korea, my bad.
No,
Not surprised.
North Korea's crazy.
But
they're like, whatever. They saw this and they're like, we can quarantine our people. Sounds good.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you're not wrong, and that's what's so frustrating. I feel like if this had been handled more openly, if leaders had been more honest and said from the beginning, hey, this is a thing, slow down your lifestyle, wash your hands, don't freak out, but be ready, I think this would have gone through a lot smoother.
Yeah, but everything's dictated by markets and all that stuff, and now that the market is tanking the way it's tanking, Orange Man is now like,
It's not even the market. It's that, like, he literally can't lie anymore. He was able to lie and say the whole thing was a hoax. The whole thing was a Democratic hoax.
I think
forever.
the other thing is a lot of the stuff that he does, we ignore because it's petty government bullshit. It's like, oh, you did this. We shouldn't, but it's just it was petty government bullshit. But when it's like any game, once it comes knocking at your door, that's different.
Yeah. And that's so frustrating. And now we got consequences.
Once it's literally here, like, hi, you can't ignore it, and it's literally right in front of you. Yeah. And it's one of those things. It's like, we have a very good supply chain here.
That's why. Like, he literally, like, lied about it and ignored it until he couldn't lie about it and ignore it anymore.
Oh, it's not, I don't want to talk too much about Orange Man, but I take no responsibility. If you're a Democrat, you should use that line to here to anywhere.
Yeah.
You should use that. And they're not, because they're dumb. I hate politics so much. Yeah, some of this is so easy, and they just don't.
Yeah, it's frustrating. That's why I don't like to talk about it, because it gets me heated. My wife hates it when I talk about politics, because I get so heated.
I know this is not the I'm sorry. It's just when you have so little distractions,
it's affecting
all of us.
It's affecting everything right now. It's not like we're not talking about the stock market or the economy. This is like a virus that's affecting our day-to-day life. You're going to be out of work for 2 weeks because of it. My wife's out of work for 2 weeks because of it.
I'm out of work, and yes, we have our games. Thank God we have our games.
God. Not everyone has that, Not everyone uses games. Some people use yoga class or going to the movies to, like, get over shit, and now they can't.
Yeah, if you're like us, we'll get through this fine.
Yeah.
But if you're anything else but us, I hope you guys are safe. Please, also, if you're watching Twitch, be nice to your money. I'm not going to ask you for your money. But, if any Twitch people go, I need this and that, be smart about it. don't give them thousands of dollars. Just give them maybe $5 if need be.
Yeah, we all got to help each other right now.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just saying, please be smart about this.
Yeah.
In this time, we're all in this together.
Lupe Fiasco put up a video that was like, human nature is the real coronavirus. Like all these fucking people acting crazy. It's not. Ain't no virus causing that.
It's definitely what's so frustrating. I'm not going to pretend the coronavirus isn't dangerous because it is.
Yeah.
And people who say like, "Oh, it's not going to affect me. I'm like 20 something. My immune system's fine." Anyone who says that, you're wrong. Because
no one's invincible.
Yeah, not just that, but like, let's say it's not fatal to you. Worst case scenario, it'll be like a really bad flu for a couple weeks. But because you can carry it and infect someone else.
Right.
Let me give you an example. My cousin's immunocompromised, so he can't leave his house, literally, unless like he wants to die. So God forbid, like, someone comes over to my place, they get it to me, and then I give it to my cousin, and I have no idea because I don't fucking show symptoms for 2 weeks. He gets sick and dies. My grandma is like 70. She's super susceptible to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing. Like, the only way to like keep this down is for people to stay home, wash their hands. It sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It fucking sucks that these things you're looking forward to, you can't do them anymore. There's concerts I'm looking forward to that I know are gonna get canceled. I was looking forward to Comic-Con this year. I know that's gonna get canceled. And it sucks that it's gonna happen, but this is the life we're living now. And if we want to get through this at the least casualties possible, we all have to make that commitment to stay home, wash our hands, only leave when it's absolutely necessary so we're not dragging the virus everywhere.
Right.
They just don't act like a fucking moron. Like,
don't a fucking moron.
Stab also, people over water.
I just want to say, in Moron Watch, there is this Corona. What was it? A Corona challenge where this girl licked the toilet seat of a plane. I'm like, you dumb bitch.
And here's the thing, like she's trying to start this as like a challenge. No one else is doing it, thank God. She's the only one who's done it so far.
It's like you win the challenge.
Yeah, you win the challenge. But that's not the real challenge. The challenge, in the words of Philip DeFranco, the real challenge, we all have to sit in the same fucking planet as you.
Yeah,
that's the challenge. But no, it frustrates me because like this should be taken more seriously, and nobody knows how because. Not only do we have to deal with like our president lying to us and telling us something nothing to worry about, we also need to deal with like hoaxes and bullshit coming up on Facebook and Twitter, telling you like what to do. We have people freaking out and not eating Chinese food because of it, or it's ridiculous. No one knows like how to deal with this. When
also,
if you're scared, you don't know what to do. Here's the first thing you should do. Check out the CDC's website. They have a full description on what to expect and how to deal with it. And if you see something that doesn't jive with what the CDC is telling you, call someone out on it.
Is the CDC a total independent thing from the government, not controlled by them at all?
They're not controlled. They have a government budget. Okay. But like Trump can't tell them to tell us one thing. I mean, he probably could, but that's not how they operate because they've been saying they've been telling us for months like what to expect with this virus, and they've been telling us everything that Trump had. Every time Trump said it's not here in the States, they were right there in the background, like yes, it is. Every time Trump said there's nothing to worry about, don't change your lifestyle.
So they're government funded, but they're not stooges. They're not going to go, hi, I'm going to lie to you.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want evidence, like the past couple months since this started, they've been telling us different information Trump's been saying. So just to give you an idea, that's another thing that's got me so pissed is that we had a resource there telling us what to expect. But because the president was telling us that nothing's wrong, no one worried about it.
Right.
And now that he literally can't lie anymore.
Oh, he will.
Backed up into a corner. He's definitely will. Even when he announced a state of emergency. I'm sorry to anyone that's like a Trump supporter, but you need to hear this. This is what happened. And there's no arguing this. This is what happened. This is what he said. And this is the truth. He said that he was going to be working with or medical insurance companies to lift to lift deductibles, which they're not.
They're not.
He said that
Hello,
he was
Kitty.
going to provide testing. That's my cat in the background. She knows I'm getting mad. She's telling me to calm down. He said that he's going to be providing kits for everyone to test the coronavirus, which he didn't, because there's a lot of kits there's not enough kits out right now.
Right.
He said he was going to be stopping trade with China and Europe, which he's not. He said that people who are currently in Europe might not be able to get back, which is bullshit. They definitely were able to after being screened. So, like, if you don't know what to do, it's not your fault if you don't know what to do. It's our leadership.
Right. And they're not taking the proper precautions. And remember,
exactly. They haven't been.
He said, I take zero responsibility. So
Yep.
remember that.
Yep. When he was questioned about why the Center for Disease Control's funding was cut and why a lot of people left. God, what was it?
Well, it ain't going to get cut now.
I want to say the infectious disease sector or the Center of Infectious Disease. I can't remember. He said it's not my problem or it's not my fault. Things got shuffled around. Like, you're the fucking president. It is absolutely your
well, he doesn't want to take blame for that. Of course he cut it. He don't want to go, well, I cut it. Guess what? And it's like, Obama sure didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, even then, if you don't want to get into Obama or Trump, he needs to be better. He needs to stop lying, tell us what's really happening.
I just want to say this I want to get out of this. If he can get us out of this, cool. I don't want to see us fail. This is not a right-left thing. This is not, oh my God. If he gets us out of this, yay.
I mean, he better get us out of this. He got us into it.
I'm just saying, yay. This is not a thing where I'm like, oh, I can't believe I'm like, we're all going to be better for it. This is not a left-right thing. We're all going to be better for it.
Yeah, this isn't a left-right thing. This is an American citizen thing, and he needs to get us out of this. And that's what's so frustrating. And if you're the two of you listening, if you don't know where to go or what to do, don't listen to Facebook. Don't listen to anyone online.
Please not listen to Facebook.
Go to the CDC's website. You can literally Google CDC, the Center for Disease Control, coronavirus, and it'll tell you everything you need to know, what to expect, how to treat it, when to seek treatment, the symptoms, when you'll show them, even numbers of casualties and infections. You get to see all of that from their site. So don't listen to anything. You have the resources right there. And I plead you to share it with everyone else. Don't be scared. Be prepared. That's what I'm gonna say.
Also, I'm gonna be home. If anyone needs, I don't want to be a sad bunny, but I'll be a sad bunny. I'm gonna be pretty lonely for the next 2 weeks. So, come by, say hello.
I'll be working. My
I know
job.
you will, but I'm just saying, for anyone out there, I'll be on this channel. I'll be lonely. Come by, say hello. You don't have to give money, because I know you would need it more than I do. But just chill. We'll get through this together.
Yeah, we'll get through this together.
Twitch.tv/Gameoverse.
Yes.
SoundCloud.com/Gameoverse.
Yes.
Yes.
You can listen to us. We're here for you. You can reach out to any of us. Well, go to our Discord. You know, if you need someone, we're here for you.
YouTube.com/officialgameoverse.
Before we go, we have 3 things.
Oh boy, here we go.
Discord,
Okay.
Up there. No, we're not going to Twitch Thoughtland.
Okay.
No, we're not going to Thoughtland.
You like to top it off with the dessert, so
yeah, you always top it off with today in Thought News. Today in Gameoverse Live.
I know there's news on that front, so
no, this has nothing to do with Thought News.
Okay,
we are this for anyone out there that likes watching movies and other contraband stuff. Discord up their limit to 50 people for watching things in light of the virus. So you can do stuff with that. So yeah, 50 people can now watch movies on Discord. Wait,
What was
no,
the limit before?
10. It was
Oh yeah.
awful. How can you watch a movie with 10 people? You can't.
I mean, 10 people's a lot, but okay.
You can't. So Discord did that. Also, we didn't put it in the news, but Sony's going to announce something about PS5 tomorrow.
Yeah, that just happened. They said Mark Cerny is going to come out and give us the rundown on the PS5 hardware. So,
Oh, is that what it is? They are slow leaking this shit.
well, I think it's maybe a response to Xbox. I mean, it has to be. The timing is impeccable.
Yeah, I know this whole thing with coronavirus, they're probably still slow walking everything, but they're slow walking all of this. It's so weird.
I just don't think they can compete. If I'm being honest, I don't think Sony can compete with Microsoft right now. So they're just like, they're waiting for Microsoft to make a move, seeing what they got, and then trying to respond to it.
Also, Microsoft is a service. You know,
that's the other thing. Microsoft has
service company.
They've got services, and Sony does not. So again, I don't think they can compete.
What are games? Whatever. Like their services are better than their industry. They're industry leading.
So I'm super excited to see what Sony comes out with. Underwhelming, I'm sure it's going to be. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure, but like Microsoft is like nailing it, and I don't think Sony can compete.
They have no choice to not nail it.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, I don't want to wish anyone to I don't want to wish anyone any ill will, but I really do hope Sony announces something awesome.
I mean, you want everyone to succeed.
Rumors, and there's rumors. The rumors are kind of up and about that Sony's wanting to buy Metal Gear Solid from Konami.
Yeah, that was the other thing, was they want to acquire the
I don't want them to do that.
Back.
I mean, I don't want that. As the biggest Metal Gear Solid fan on this planet, just let it die.
Kojima would come back to it.
Just let it be done. I know that, but like, just let it be done, man. Like, I'm happy at where it is right now. I don't need to see another one of those games.
People are happy with it.
Real talk here. You say that now, but how cool would it be if Metal Gear? Here's the one thing they can do. Here's the one thing that Metal Gear has not touched yet. Perfect ground is that they keep talking up how fucking badass the boss is. Like, oh yeah, she's this World War II fucking hero, dude. Like they talk about the boss in this huge light. She's the biggest hero the game's ever seen, but they've never shown it. If they ever make another Metal Gear game, they have to show. It has to be the boss game. Like, she has to have her own game.
The girl, the most badass female video game ever.
They keep talking.
I agree with that. Or I would settle for a remake of Metal Gear,
1 and 2,
Solid, but Metal Gear.
That's the other thing they can do, but I don't.
I would love to see that.
Oh boy!
If they remake Metal Gear 2. Yes, if they remade Metal Gear 2 with that sexy new Fox Die engine, I'd be fucking into it, dude. I'd fuck with that hard.
The only thing I don't want them to do is try to continue something like, oh, there's more story untold. Like, the only untold shit is the boss's shit, and that's it. That's all I care about.
No, man. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is pretty good. I would love to see a sequel to that.
Also, yeah, but even that wraps up, though. Like,
also, when they buy the rights to it, they can make a movie out of it.
I don't want that either. I don't want that.
I don't think I'd want that.
I don't want anything. All right.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid is a game that works really well as a game. Like, the game's very meta. Yeah. And if you transfer that to a TV show or a movie, it's going to lose something. You know what I mean? Unless it can do the same thing that it does for games, because like one of the things I loved about Metal Gear Solid, it's just a stupid thing to like when I was a kid, I knew the world of the game, and it being a game were two different things. You know what I mean? Like characters don't tell you push the X button. You know, they don't say that.
What if they do like what if they do like a thing? What if they do like switch your channel to channel 14, and you go to channel 14, and it's just like another broadcast of like a simultaneous broadcast of something related, but like and you switch to 14, and it's like, oh, you're on channel 14 now. See, I've read your inputs, like some shit like that.
Not just that, but like the game knows it's a game, and that's what's so clever about it.
Yeah.
Like the game actively acknowledges that you're playing a video game.
It breaks the fourth wall in such a way you're like, what?
Not just that, but like, how can I explain it? When you're playing a game, you separate yourself from the game. You know, you don't acknowledge that it's you playing a game, that there's a story playing out in front of you, just telling it in game form.
Yeah.
You know, like when you watch a play, they don't acknowledge you're watching a play. When you're watching a movie, characters don't acknowledge you're watching a movie. And they try to cover that up. But in Metal Gear, you will have characters actively tell you
press the action button.
Like press the action button to do this. Scroll through your menu by pressing this button.
And Snake's like, oh, got it.
Yeah, like I love that, because like it's just a clever little thing, and everyone talks about Psycho Mantis like reading your memory card, like that's really neat. But people forget the other things, like there's a secret channel you can find if you look on the back of the box of the game. You know, to help you finish it, little things like that.
Or like in Metal Gear Solid 2, he like there's a point where he like Raiden's like, man, how did you survive this long? And then Snake points at his bandana and goes, infinite ammo.
Yeah. Because infinite ammo bandana, like that's really cool. It helps. It's cool to see that, and I feel like it would be hard to transfer that kind of self-awareness to a movie or TV show.
Oh, sorry. When you're done.
That's it. Like I don't think it could work like as a movie or a show. Metal Gear is one of those things that only works as a game.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a news announcement.
Oh, let's hear it.
Here we go.
Raw's ratings 2.34 million, best since February 17.
So there you go. People love it.
People 2.3 million people watch Monday Night Raw. There you go. I know you're gonna ask why. Why do I care?
I mean, some people like wrestling, man. I'm not gonna shit on someone else's interest.
I think they just want to see the shit show.
I tuned in. I only have cable to watch wrestling and AEW, and that's it. And I attribute it to that, but I just hate this whole ratings thing like it's 1998. Like Raw's got a 2.37.
Oh, no. Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
No, that's it. That's all I want to say about that.
Oh, I don't know if we talked about it yet. Did we talk about the Castlevania show on Netflix yet? Did we talk about that last week?
Yes.
It's really good. Go watch it. Everyone, go watch it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Do it.
All right, that's basically it for what I have to say for what I do. But I'm going to take a short break, and I'm going to finish up Ori and, Ori the Will of the Wisp. Anything want to add to this cherry on top?
Wash your fucking hands for at least 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I know how to wash my hands properly. I work in a restaurant. Like
say the alphabet.
You know too. A, B, G, F, Z, H.
Close
X.
enough.
Anything else you guys want to add? Any little nuggets of wisdom?
No.
Oh, that's it. Twitch.tv/Gameoverse.
I will be home forever. I will be playing your favorites. Maybe.
We should load up that Call of Duty at some point.
I will load up that Call of Duty at some point. So, yes. All right. Thank you, everyone, and thanks for watching.